and you're listening to Mooch&Crap in the Mornings with Jay. Y'all already know what the fuck to do.
Welcome, everybody, to M&C Mornings. Always good to wake up to our buddy, Mr. Siegels himself. Buddy, what's up, Bam? Thanks for that call in and leaving that drop. Listen, what a hectic Sunday it's already been. You know, summers are supposed to be, like, easy like Sunday morning. My ass, all right, crap, because it's hectic like Sunday morning.
Hey, speaking of Bam, man, he was doing the selfie thing again yesterday.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it.
He was doing his Blue Steel impersonation, so I was like, hey, that's cool.
Blue Steel. That's great. Yo, his selfies are just barred none to anybody else. At least he keeps changing the cool shirts. 4K makes you a better gamer.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's got a Crap was right t-shirt. I'm not sure. But how you doing this morning, Crap?
Hey, you know what? I'm doing pretty good. I think it's been a heck of a week. We're totally still hungover from E3 a bit, but there's still a lot of cool stuff to talk about. There's obviously like that Digital Foundry stuff, which I wanted to talk about, in terms of that Spider-Man thing on Digital Foundry. We were going to talk about that on Crossfire, but then we talked about everything else but that. So,
well, before we get that started, because that's going to get my blood raging, let's check in with our producer, J-Dubs. How you been, buddy, this Sunday morning?
Oh, not bad, actually. The weather's gorgeous here today. I'm Canadian, so I can only say it's like 25, 26 degrees here. That's probably like 80 there. I don't know.
It's so funny, the ridiculousness between Fahrenheit and Celsius, and you guys are used to it. We're just not used to it. But crap, when someone says to you it's a bombing 25 degrees, you're like,
I never know what the hell they're talking about. I don't bother. It's like, man, learn my way or hit the highway.
Same thing with the metric system and everything else. It's just everything is so upside down, but it's great. It's so great to learn a different culture's way that they do measurement and all that goodness. But no, Jay, glad you're here. Jay had informed us that he does have his window open. He's getting air into his office, and you may hear a lawnmower go off. We're not sure. We are unsure as of today.
How does everybody like my new shirt that I'm wearing today? So this is my ode to P.S. I Love You.
Nice.
The shirt is titled Xbox Hugs and Kisses.
Hey,
That's
you know
great.
what, Mooch? That just gives me an idea we should talk about after the show. We could start Xbox XOXO. That would be a great name for a podcast.
I think we should do it.
Absolutely. We could just talk about Xbox stuff. I think I'm onto something here.
I think you're onto it too.
Jay, that shirt just gave me a brilliant idea, man. Come on.
Well, there you go, folks. Man. Stay tuned, because after this show, you're getting another 2 hours of Mooch&Crap and J-Dub.
What kind of losers can sit there for 2 hours and do a podcast over and over again, right? Like, come on.
Myself, personally, what I did to get away from that crap is I've just permanently attached a microphone to the side of my right arm. I just walk around life now and talk into it.
Yeah. You know what? I'm exactly the same way. I also want to remind everybody that if you want to call in on Skype, it's M&CMornings.
Yes.
And get all that cool stuff out of the way. The Patreon link, all that stuff is down there as well. We also wanted to push a little bit the iTunes stuff. If you guys didn't know, we're on iTunes. J-Dubs, maybe I should ask this off there. How are we doing on iTunes, buddy?
To tell you the truth, I haven't looked at the statistics as of late, but the last time I looked, we had well over 10,000 views on particular shows.
Oh, okay. That's
all
pretty
right.
good. So, like, this is what we'd ask you guys to do, right? Even if you don't listen to the whole show on iTunes, maybe hit it up there, rate it or whatever.
Yeah,
Get us...
and it's funny because a lot of other people are doing this in the gaming world, crap, and it's good while people are shuffling in, because our audience kind of really shuffles in between 11:30 and 12. It's good to let people know that if you don't, like what Crap's saying, go to iTunes, go to Google Play, click on the podcast, just follow it, because what it does is it puts M&C Mornings, it boosts us way up into the top 100 or the top 50. And then by doing that, it really does help us out. So, like I said, you don't have to listen to the shows, but subscribe to us on iTunes, because there is a monthly fee for that. And we put that out there for everybody to have the enjoyment of, you're running or you exercise, you like to listen to podcasts. You don't want to have it on YouTube, because every time you're running or you shuffle around, what does it do? You hit the screen, it switches to a different podcast. Here on iTunes, you can lock it down, download it, and listen to it at your pleasure.
Exactly. That's the whole idea, in my opinion. So I think that that's what we got to get people to do. If you guys are fans of us or fans of the show, help us out. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, we don't really ask for much. A little bit of help on Patreon if you can swing it, or but that actually helps you guys because we give away the cool games, and
That's right.
We're able to improve the quality of the show and all that kind of stuff. So
if New York Lotto didn't take the slogan, I would say for $1 and a dream.
Yeah.
Okay, with the M&C Patreon, you can be getting anything you want, and that you'll be on the wheel of wonder for the roll of any game you want, or Xbox Live, PSN, PS Plus. It doesn't matter. Anything you want that's a $60 value is yours. And for $1 a month, you really can't go wrong. You really can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong. It's absolutely a great thing. And so far, the people have been really supportive. We got a couple of awesome. Looks like we're going to have some nice podcasts this week, a couple of M&C evenings, because we got to fit those in. Due to E3, we were kind of tired of podcasting, so we put it off. So, yeah, it'd be a good time to jump in, because then you get access to the M&C evenings, which is always kind of crazy. And, speaking of that, we have Luca in the chat box, and she has won a couple weeks because we had so few voicemails. So if you call in during the week and leave a voicemail, and we have a couple different ways to do that, preferably the iPhone or the Android way where you email it to JDubs. But yeah, that gets you entered on a Wheel of Wonder as well. Yeah. So, I mean, there's always a lot of cool stuff going on with that. We're giving away cool stuff. It'll continue to get better as we, progress. But I'm very happy with how the show's going, and I think the fans are happy as well. But main thing is like the supporters and stuff like that, come out and support us. Just go, hey, what's up? We love the show, but we're not going to watch it this week. Come out and watch it. Give us a like every week. Come on.
That's right. And like I said, me and Crap, when we first actually started talking about doing podcasts, this is a little M&C. Like anyone who watches Stern gets to get a little bit of the inside knowledge of the show. And one thing me and Crap always do is we make sure that, hell or high water, we try to always get the show out, right, Crap? I mean, that's something. J-Dubs has also got a work ethic. Our work ethic's through the roof. We try to make sure we are always on, short of a life event or some family event that goes on that prohibits it. We make sure that we always have this show, and we try to give you the best quality show. So like I say, we always ask that you definitely stop by. It doesn't have to be live. Live is great, but stop by afterwards to the channel, subscribe to the channel that is hosting it, and like the video, because what it does is it really does motivate, the podcasters to create and keep moving forward week to week. Because when you see the numbers going up, what me and Crap and Jay say, we must be doing something right. Let's do more, So, and I think the audience really likes that. That's something that if I was listening to a show and I see that they're expanding, I'm definitely going to hit that like button and leave, comment, say, this is something I want to see more of. So I can't thank you guys enough. It has been going in the upward direction.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
But without further ado, Crap, while we waited here, we got about 100 more people live with us since we started talking about Patreon. Just want to say we should probably get into the Spider-Man stuff because we didn't cover it on Crossfire, and it is a big deal, right? I mean,
yeah, it's a big deal because people still don't think that this narrative exists. Right. Like, hey, this narrative can't possibly exist. People can't possibly be biased or dislike, or dislike anyone on the Xbox side. It's just in our heads. We're tinfoil hat wearing MFers. You know what I mean? Like, right. And at the end of the day, just go watch how they pick apart Xbox games, right? Like, go watch the Anthem review or that they did for E3, right? And they're like, oh well, it's pretty good, but there's some checkerboarding here and there and this problem, and it's this. And then you go watch the Spider-Man one, and they're like, yeah, well, it's a representation of 4K, and if you're sitting back at a normal viewing distance, you can't even tell the difference.
Yeah, I mean, can you believe this is where we're at?
Yeah, it's surreal. Because whenever anybody was like, hey, you know what, you sit back, if you're sitting back, 4 feet from your TV, which everyone does, then you couldn't tell the difference between 900 and 1080p, but now all of a sudden you can tell the difference. You can't tell the difference between like 1400p and native 4K. It's absolutely ridiculous.
This is insane. And this is what we were saying. And Crap, you kind of said this way before the Scorpio was even announced, when we were all talking about what would happen when we didn't know if it was going to be mid-gen or just upgraded consoles come out. And you're like, Mooch, you don't understand. They're going to move the goals. They're going to go ahead, right? Everything, the narrative's going to change. And I said, no, that's impossible because they've spent 3 years building up the resolution. And it was funny on Crossfire, right? Everybody's like, I'm tired of talking about resolution. Even Xbox guys, we're tired of talking about resolution. And it sucks for Microsoft that everyone's tired about talking about resolution when Microsoft has the best resolution box coming out in a few months.
Yeah.
You know, and we see that on Digital Foundry. Depending on how far I sit back from the TV, what does that mean? You're supposed to be a technical analysis company, right? You're supposed to be giving us your analysis on what is going on technically. You can't tell me, well, if you take your fold-out chair and you move it 6 feet before, you know, behind where you usually sit, this is a perfectly great rendition of a 4K illustration. What? So there's just this is the nonsense that you're seeing. And Digital Foundry, I know, did the initial breakdown for the Xbox One X, but let's just call a spade a spade. I wasn't fooled. I wasn't fooled for 1 minute by that Ledbetter guy being like, oh, this is going to be great and blah, blah, blah. I could read it on his face that he was almost irked. He was almost irked, and it was problematic for him to come out and say anything even remotely kind to the Xbox One X. And all it took was a week, and then he was back to his usual antics. And you see the same thing with the Spider-Man. How about this crap? Okay, QTEs are a fail in Rise. They're a fail. Absolute garbage. I can't believe Microsoft and Crytek would even come up with something like this. It's absolutely garbage. QTEs in Spider-Man, go back and watch it because
I did. They were like, yeah, it's not even, you know, it's super open world. Even that helicopter sequence,
super open world.
Yeah, it's like, you know what I mean? I was just kind of face palming. I do want to shout out somebody in the chat real quick, and I don't normally do that. But this Joe Fish guy, he's like, I missed the first 2 minutes of the show. His sister's in labor, but he's still got time for the show. So
nice.
And I highly recommend everybody to do that. No matter who you know, if they're in labor, that'll wait. The show will not.
Yes.
So always come to the show, watch the show, enjoy the show, and then handle everything else. That's
right. Yeah.
That's what you guys are supposed to do.
Nice work, Joe. That's a hell of a fan.
Absolutely.
But you know what's funny?
Must be a mooch maniac.
Absolutely a mooch maniac. That's die hard. Imagine that, sis. I'll be right in there. Just hold on to the kid for another second. I gotta hit the like button. But listen, what I really, really think is great is at the end of the Digital Foundry review, they're like, we questioned and asked Insomniac Games if it was open world. They hesitated on comment for that. It's not open world. Just because you can fling left and right and do nothing while you're flinging around but stick to the building, it's not that. And when Spider-Man's running along the building, it's the same run as we had in Sunset Overdrive. Just that now you can jump and fling over to another building. It's linear in the effect that you have to follow a progression towards whatever the mission's taking you to. You could probably fling around the city throughout, right? But you want to call that open world? Not really, because there's nothing going on.
You know what else I took from that was like Microsoft bet big on them with Sunset Overdrive, and they were able to develop this open world engine. And now they're like using the open world engine for Spider-Man.
Right.
Like, I don't know. You know, there's just Microsoft is just that guy that just can't catch a break sometimes with some of these developers, you know. Like, obviously, they were like, yeah, Microsoft enabled us to do the game we've always wanted because Microsoft paid out the ass for that game, you know.
Right.
I know people don't understand it because they don't own the IP, but they still paid for the funding and the marketing and all that shit. And basically what happens when you do that is it affords them to do like the engine and stuff like that. And now they're taking that engine, that open world engine, and doing Spider-Man with it. So you can see a lot of similarities. And did you hear them knock a little bit Sunset Overdrive in there too? They're like, yeah, that was 900p, but it had a lot of pop-in and you know what I mean? Like, hey, so yeah, let's go ahead and praise Spider-Man, but then let's go ahead and knock Sunset Overdrive as well because that makes sense. We can't have one without doing the other. So I don't know, that whole thing was it just blows my mind.
Listen, but Spider-Man is using Batman Arkham fighting tactics. It's QTEs, it's linear, and because the open world thing is false. I mean, it's not that it is what it, and there's a guy in the chat. He's like, Mooch is salty. I'm not. I'm gonna buy the game.
How are you?
I'm gonna buy the game. I'm not. All I'm saying is what the game is. What I'm upset about right now, what this discussion is about, is the biased media. Okay, because QTEs were a no-no for Rise. Sunset Overdrive, even though it did do really, really well as far as, I think it did well in reviews, right? I think it still ended up in the 80s, right? In Metacritic, I think it's somewhere.
Yeah, it was like 83 or something.
But Spider-Man, because of nostalgia and ultimately probably a lesser of a game than Sunset Overdrive, ultimately as far as game mechanics go, etc., is going to end up faring way better because it's Spider-Man. And look, that's a given, right? You can't have a superstar show up to a party and then have Mooch&Crap show up, right? We're going to get the same fucking, right? But if we have the same material written down, you got to at least give us some credit, right? It is what it is. But, I mean, that's where I have a problem is you got this Ledbetter guy. These guys are praising Spider-Man.
You know what's funny? Because we were talking about the Mooch&Crap, like the Patreon thing where we show up in, like, outfits, like an
Yeah.
eagle and a rhino outfit. That kind of reminded me, and you probably will get this. I was thinking about it. Like one day, years from now, we'll be like, yeah, we used to be semi-famous YouTube people, and now we do like birthday parties dressed up as Mooch&Crap, like the Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2.
Yes.
You know how they're like dancing to their theme song? Like I just pictured us doing that. I thought that was hilarious.
And Bill Murray's just like rolling his eyes. It's great.
Well, what's really funny is somebody mentioned, hey, we need to get Mooch&Crap plushies, right?
Right.
And people messaged me and said they'd buy them. And I was like,
So
but
great.
again, like people saying they'll buy something
Right,
and then actually
right.
buying it are two different things.
Exactly.
Got plushies with little pull strings on them. When you pull the string, it says,
Como estas, bitches?
I want that.
Yes, I think that's very great, and it's very sensitive to all ethnicities. So
That's right.
It is. It's
That's
a
right.
very sensitive saying. So
You know?
I would love that, like a big rhino. Yeah, I would fucking love that.
Shout out to Tryhard Fan, because actually he's a great guy. Always joins us on our streams. He's always here, and he's definitely a Sony fan, but he's a fair Sony fan. But the one thing Tryhard just said that I thought was funny was Tryhard goes, "Hopefully Spider-Man pushes sales of consoles." Sony needs pushes of sales of consoles. You know, like I mean, they don't need any help in that category. So I don't really think that's necessarily the whole thing. Will it sell consoles? If they bundle it, I'm sure they will, especially if they put a Spider-Man logo on the top of
That
the
shit's
PS4.
not coming out till next year sometime anyway. It doesn't have I think it's probably a later
Just a shout out to Jag in the chat. Jag, just so you know, you could say it's open world and I could say it's not, but when Digital Foundry asked Insomniac, is this open world, they refused to comment. So look at that doesn't mean I'm right. But it leans a little more towards my angle than yours. I don't think it's an open world game. I really don't. And if it was, why wouldn't they answer that? That's a huge plus for any developer. I mean, you know what I mean? Gamers like to know they're going to plunk down $60 and be able to explore a world, especially as their favorite comic hero, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't comment, that's just for speculation purposes. It shows that, you know, they're probably not there. They're probably not going to provide that. And that's not a me problem. That's a you problem, and that's a them problem, because that's something that they got to work on. And I think that's something that Spider-Man needs.
Hey, I think we got an early morning phone call.
Well, you say early morning. We're 20 minutes in, crap.
Oh yeah, that's true. M&C Mornings. What's up?
Yes.
How you doing?
Okay, hey guys, hey Mooch, hey Crap, how you guys doing today? This is Pup 1982. I'm the one who gave Crap the idea for the golden fidget spinner. But going on, I think that Microsoft, with the way they approach data and analytics, has created a culture of just complainers. I mean, we have this awesome box that does basically is the most powerful, and we're complaining about frame rate and everything, and we haven't even got the box to the public. So I'm wanting to know if you guys think that because of all the analytics and data that Xbox pays attention to, do you think they've created a culture of complainers versus Sony, where Sony doesn't, like, you don't ever hear Sony or Nintendo fans complain? Thanks, guys, and have a great day.
What's his question?
I didn't hear his question either. What was his question, J-Dubs? Like, I was waiting for the payoff, but I didn't hear it.
sorry. I really wasn't paying attention.
You know what the hard part about the show is? You know what we have to do, Crap? We have to hire actually somebody to like just take notes, like like, you know what I mean, and read it back to us, like they have in the court systems. No, I honestly, I wish we could actually. It was a call-in, right? That wasn't a
It's a
voice.
live call, yeah.
Yeah. So, but anyways, no. Listen, thanks for the call. I got to be honest with you. I think that, and I got to give Swift Arsonist a shout out in the chat. He's kind of right. He goes, Mooch, Microsoft needs to hire an external PR department to market the Xbox One X. He couldn't be more right. Okay, that's just the way it is. For some reason, Microsoft seems to. I think they do a lot of things right. They do a lot of things wrong, and they just can't. They can't sell themselves. And I don't understand why. Now that you have an X, right? Isn't the box supposed to sell itself? All you really have to do is just provide the stats and put some glitz and glamour on it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe you have like Megan Fox do a commercial holding the Xbox One X. I don't know. Yeah. Whatever you got to do, just do it.
Hey, Valkyrie tweeted out a good thing. He goes, "Do you guys consider the first Batman game an open world game?" And I don't. You know what I mean? Batman Arkham Asylum, that's definitely not an open world game.
Well, do you think does he mean Asylum or does he mean City?
He means Asylum.
Yeah.
Yeah, Asylum is definitely not a open world game in my
we
opinion.
really should break that down. That's a great conversation piece because I think you could even say that even City, as much as you could like travel the terrain, do you consider City an open world game? Technically, maybe, but it's not like Red Dead 2. You know what I mean? It's not like a Red Dead Redemption or Grand Theft Auto or any of those types of games. I don't think it really, I don't know. I think that, like, because think about it. When you're Batman, there's the main missions you can show up to. Then there's side missions, but there's nothing really. They're not really in City. I didn't think they were that big of a deal in side missions. They were like Riddler puzzles, hitting things with a batarang.
Yeah, like to me, yeah, I know we got another call, but the whole open world thing, like to me, open world is like GTA style.
Yes.
That big kind of open world. I don't really consider like the Batman games to really be.
Yeah, I don't even think like Sunset Overdrive is technically open world. I mean, it was. You can move around, and you're going to be able to swing from rooftop to rooftop as Spider-Man. If that's your idea of open world, just flinging around and helping somebody who's stuck in a tree while you're flinging around the city, like I guess that's what you like. But for me personally, I need more than that.
Yeah, I agree 100%. M&CMornings, what's up? We don't even pay attention to the calls, but what's up?
Yes. Hey, producer from Jersey here. Mooch&Crap. I was wondering what you guys thought about these My Little Pony shows on YouTube, saying that GT Sport looks as good as Forza 7. I was thinking they either need to get their glasses checked or they're bending over a little bit too hard for that Sony dick. Anyway, what's your guys' info? See ya.
Well, I heard that question loud.
Yeah, I heard that one too.
Right, yeah, so that's funny. Anyway, I think basically, look, that's people always call me and Crap, fanboys. We definitely have a preference. But I'll sit here and I just agreed with Swift Arsonist that Microsoft needs to work in certain categories. There's certain people that are Sony fans that are going to sit there and tell you, saying that GT Sport is better than Forza 7. I mean, there's just, you know what I mean? Like, that's like saying like the ground beef you bought that's 90% lean at the grocery store is not quite as good as the pink slime you ate at McDonald's.
Yeah.
And, that's like, it is what you want to say. The soybean patty is just not going to keep up with your true ground beef. And what it comes down to is that's when you get to the ultimate. That's when you're dealing with a world of complete absolutes. And when you're dealing with absolutes, it's not, that's
absolute idiots is what we're dealing with.
Yeah,
because anybody that's going to say that after looking at both of those things,
right,
I think is just really, really stretching. For one thing, when you're looking at Forza Motorsport 7, they're always talking about high-end epic PC settings and stuff. And when you're looking at GT Sport, nobody mentions anything about PC settings or anything like that. It's just a very bland-looking game. There's nothing extremely great-looking about it. It's very bare bones in terms of what it has to offer, like 15 tracks, 140 cars. That's extremely low, and I think they're going to sell that game for a full $60. Like, I'm not sure exactly how you're going to be able to pull that off on people. Like, you have games like Forza Motorsport 7 coming out with 700 cars, 30 tracks, looking like that, having fully dynamic weather. That is something that is going to set the bar even higher. And then you have GT Sport with 140 cars, 15 tracks, and no dynamic weather.
Right.
And yeah, I think it's pretty clear which one looks best, which one's going to play best, especially since Gran Turismo hasn't been relevant since the fucking probably let's go back even further, since the Clinton administration. That was the last time GT was fucking relevant.
If you don't want to believe Mooch&Crap, that's fine. Then just look at what Sony did. Why wouldn't Sony take a game that's coming out this fall and put it on their biggest stage at E3? They did the pre-show. They didn't even put it on their main show. Microsoft did Forza upright front and center and probably paid a bloody fortune to have that Porsche 911 on stage. People bust their balls. That's just glitz and glamour, folks. I've said this a million times. These shows are like watching the Oscars. You know what I mean? It's like you don't need to watch the Oscars or the Emmys or the Grammys to see like George Clooney come out and present. You can watch George Clooney all day. He's on like 55 channels or your pay channels or Netflix. But you watch it because you want to see the glitz, the glamour, something crazy that happens on stage. So when Forza comes out, Forza's coming. How awesome is it that they even put it on stage? Look at the stage presence of what Microsoft did on their stage show versus the red curtain and the 4 clarinet quartet that they put out for Sony's. Like, that was embarrassing. Sony's supposed to be this huge industrial light and magic. They run the movie industry. and they had what's his name, Sean Layden, coming out with a bucket of KFC chicken.
Yeah,
he was just eating in the background. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, no, it's my turn to come up." And now a great presentation by DLC from The Last of Us. Here we go. All right, whatever. Dude. So it's I don't know, but I mean,
no, I agree. I think it's completely idiotic at this point and funny. They were like rushing so bad to get through that show, like they didn't even want to do it. And yet people still stick up for them and think they're great.
Yeah.
And that to me is a big issue going forward. But we got like so many damn voicemails.
Yeah, we should hit a voicemail up, guys. We're 35 minutes in. Or take a live call. Crap, at this point, I'm going to go right from this into the speak.
Yeah.
I'm not going to even... I won't even be able to eat anything today.
Yeah. M&CMornings, what's up? Hello.
What's up, Mooch&Crap and J-Dubs? Just wanted to say, hey, I'm now a Patreon supporter. What's up, guys? I believe in the dream for $1 a month. Anyways, I just wanted to say, I don't know if you guys saw E3 in 4K on Mixer. Holy hell. Blew my mind. Almost brought a tear to my eye. On to my question. Just wanted to see if anyone heard any news of a new Xbox dashboard coming out, maybe just for Xbox One X. Let me know if you guys have heard anything. All right, see you guys.
He sounds a little bit like Danny Boy.
No. If that's Danny Boy, that was speeding the voice up by like 10x. No, he's much tall.
Hey, I do have to say that Mikey Barra kind of confirmed on Twitter that there's going to be something different. Because somebody asked, they go, it's going to be that more affluent design that we saw a while ago. Remember, we saw in that commercial, and so it's going to be a little bit like that. So he said that they're going to be the same dashboard on Xbox One and Xbox One X, but it's going to be different than what we see right now. So. I
can't speak for everybody, Crap, but myself personally, I'm a huge fan of like the new things like features and UI. Getting a little back. You guys hearing something? I'm hearing a little
I hear
echoey.
J-Dubs echoey, yeah.
But nonetheless, I think that I look forward to things like new UI changes and upgraded features, Crap, just as much as I look forward to the new games. And I'm definitely in the minority on a gaming podcast like this. But that's just me personally. When I saw that new dash and that accessibility, because now the game is playing while the menu's popped open. That's a game changer.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
That's a game changer.
I agree 100%, and I'm really excited about what we're gonna see. That's slightly annoying. Hey, folks, we're allowed to have a slight technical difficulty once in a while, but to Jay's credit, he said he was not to blame for any mess ups.
That's right.
Today. Yeah.
Well, I like that. Yeah, Jay had us all sign a waiver that said basically I'm not responsible for any mess ups. The full responsibility is on Mooch&Crap, which at that point I then said, thanks, Mooch&Crap, for any fuck ups. So
I agree 100%. What's up, Jay? What's up with your mic, bro?
What's going on with my mic? I can't tell from this.
There's a ton of feedback.
You're also scratchy. Like maybe you have to leave the call and then join the call back.
Or just reset his mic.
Yeah, or reset your mic.
I'm gonna jump out and jump back in.
Okay, that works. In the
that
meantime,
happens lately. Like Google is kind of messed up sometimes. But so now it's M&C solo.
M&C solo, folks. Somebody light a match and clap your hands. All right.
We got some great people in the chat. Hey, Noof just saw some big boobs in the chat apparently. But
really?
Yeah, there's lately been these weird like spam bots that show up in the.
If you're gonna spamming us with that is fine.
Yeah, agree 100%. J-Dubs must be back in because I hear.
Yeah, Jay's back and the echo is better than ever.
Am I sounding better?
You sound better, but the echo is there.
Yeah. Are you in studio?
No, I am not in studio.
Interesting. Well, hey, you know what, guys? The show must go on, so we're gonna take it the way it is. That's better now. Whatever it is, it's gone. The echo is gone now. So
whenever he joins, there's always that echo for like about 10 seconds.
10 seconds, yeah.
Yeah, so we're ready to go.
Jay, do you want to roll a voicemail? I keep hearing we have like very long voicemails.
Very, 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 very long ones. So the first one's not so long. It's from Xbox One 4K.
Nice. Let's hear Xbox One.
Hey guys, this is Xbox One 4K from Anaheim, California. I just calling to ask your opinion on the Crackdown presentation at E3. I got a chance to play the game at E3, but I came up a little bit disappointed. I was expecting more from the game, especially I was expecting them to show all the destruction and everything.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see it at Gamescom. Who knows? But as far as what we played from the campaign, it looked pretty cheap. Sounds a little rude to the developer, but that's how I feel. It just doesn't have the level of polish or the quality we come to expect from other open world games this generation. Even the original Watch Dogs look more impressive in my opinion, which is actually free with gold right now. Even GTA 5 on 360 looked better than Crackdown did at E3. Anyways, were you guys disappointed as well like I was? Are you still excited to spend $60 on this game after all the hype? I'm having my doubts about the game, but let's hope that they have a much better presentation at Gamescom. And thank you guys for your show. Have a great day.
Hey, people are like crapaholic.
Yeah, crapaholic.
Well, first of all, Xbox One's a good dude. We've known him for a while.
Yeah,
he
awesome.
wore a 4K Makes You a Better Gamer T-shirt
Yes.
to E3 to
Yes, he
Sony's
did.
conference. In fact,
That's awesome.
Yeah,
So good.
I've heard different things about Crackdown 3.
Yeah, I'm all over the place.
Like if you listen to like Tim Dog, he says that the game is really the multiplayer full on destruction stuff, and then the campaign is kind of a tacked on thing. So just think of it as the campaign, like it's a lot like the first one or whatever, but it's just kind of tacked on. It's made by a different developer than made the destructible stuff. So
Yeah.
hopefully it all works out. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, I will too.
I like Crackdown. It's got 4-player co-op. I think that stuff is pretty damn good. So to me, I think it looks good. But
Yeah.
again, that's like I've heard that the campaign is the worst part, is the tacked on part.
And that's the thing that we have to. You kind of got to expand on that. Like Swift Arsonist, he goes, damn, he said cheap. Here's the thing. We've heard now from multiple people that the single player. Listen, a lot of times you buy a single player game and the multiplayer is just thrown in, and now you have a situation where the multiplayer is the actual golden nugget in this game, and the single player is just thrown in. So that's what they're going for. Now, I will say this. Okay, all defense off for Microsoft. Microsoft needs to show the multiplayer at Gamescom. Crap, they have to show it. They've got to get it out there on people's eyes. They have to see it because right now, Crackdown's not doing what I think that game is supposed to do for the company.
Yeah, they're supposedly going to show off something at Gamescom, like the destruction and stuff. The problem is they had already shown off the destruction and stuff like that before, and so they wanted to show off the campaign, and I get that. You know, so so they showed off the campaign. So we'll see the destruction at Gamescom, and hopefully, like Tim was under the impression that maybe it wouldn't ship with the multiplayer, which would be a huge mistake. I don't know if I 100% think that. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking we're going to actually probably see it. It's just going to launch together. You know what I mean?
It's got to be. Well, if there was a situation like that, crap, Phil has to say all hands on deck. This game needs to get done by November 7th. I just don't care. Like that's not. They can't have another Master Chief Collection issue. Okay, they can't have issues. They can't. They can't afford it. They can't have that kind of. You see, the Xbox One X is the most powerful console ever made, and you still have Digital Foundry being like, well, it doesn't kind of hold up to the. If you sit a little further back. What? Get out of here. You know what I mean? It's like they're already they're bashing something that is good. Imagine what they're going to do if something isn't good. So
we're getting a lot of these spam bots again, man.
Hey, that's great. That's awesome. Listen, that's the way you get spammed, huh?
Yeah,
that's great.
Hey, Terry Crews is bringing the boom. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, absolutely. So very cool stuff.
Hey, that guy that called in earlier, well, we didn't know what he said. He just DM'd me his question. He says his question that he called in live was, did Microsoft unintentionally create a culture of complaining by paying so much attention to data and analytics because we have this great box that hasn't even come out yet and people are already complaining about frame rate and other things? I still don't understand the question.
Yeah, I don't either.
It's too early.
Yeah,
I don't
understand
your question at all.
Oh man, yeah.
Like what?
So But you know, one of the subjects we could talk about in between voicemails, crap, is what I have in the headline here. Is developers for the most part, okay, you have people like Path of Exile and these others. They're all actually praising the Xbox One X, and they're saying that they're turning games around in 4K 60 in hours, maybe a week. I think you're right, and I think ultimately we discussed this on Crossfire. Is that you're going to see the smaller developers, the AA's and the indies, are the ones that are going to utilize the true power.
Developers.
Yeah.
Developers.
So good.
I want to see. I want to see Phil get up there and do that. Developers.
He really should. Like
Yeah.
it's a famous thing that Microsoft is always going to be known for. Shout out to Bomber, but you know it.
I miss D Bomber.
A lot of people do.
Yeah.
But yeah, long story
I bet you we
longer-
wouldn't have all these fucking games on PC and all these other platforms and shit. I
No,
can guarantee
no.
you that. Hey, you
No,
want
we-
our shit? You buy our shit.
Yes, a lot of people, you know, like including, you know, you see the Xbox staff coming out, the executives from Xbox saying this and that. But you got to remember, it's really coming. It's all trickled down. So it's the Satya Nadella aspirations of the company. And what's interesting about it is Microsoft's trying to be more friendly than they've ever been. But boy, you want to talk about going to the other side of the teeter-totter? They went from the top to the very bottom of. They're just too friendly. Apple's not this friendly. You know, Apple allows more things on their platform now than they used to, but they're still Apple. Like, you're not going to come on here unless I say so. And there's a respect value for that, and people want to get onto that platform. Microsoft's like, come on in, the door's open, water's warm. You know, I don't know.
I'm just laughing at these bots in the.
Oh,
I just
that's
blocked
great.
another one. They're like, hey,
Oh, who
yeah.
cares? I say let them fly.
Yeah,
Leave 'em in
let
there.
them
Who
let
cares?
them fly.
Let them fly.
J-Dubs, who do we got on deck, bro?
You got triple cup. Chuck.
Triple Cup Chuck, and he's out.
Triple Cup Chuck, and he's up.
Yeah.
What up with you, Crap and Mooch and Jay Williams? This your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm up. And by Sony having the marketing rights for Destiny 2, and people saying it is holding the Xbox One version of the game back, and the developers from Destiny said that they was not currently working on the Xbox One version of the game. But I'd heard developers say they was able to port games in 2 days or less than 2 hours. So I want everybody to be cool, chill out, just be calm. We got time on this game. Well, Crap and Moose, this is the question I have for y'all. Since Microsoft said they're not mandating developers on their games, when Digital Foundry come to analyze their game and they see it's 1400p or 1800p running at 30 frames per second, you think they should show the overhead on the games? Like how they did on Forza Motorsport 6, running at 4K 60 frames per second and high graphic fidelity, still with a 30% overhead. Do you think they should show the overhead on games like that? Well, look, this is just my question in a nutshell. Do y'all think they should show the overhead like how they did on Forza Motorsport 6? I think they'll expose a lot of lazy developers. Well, this your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm out.
Jesus. And we got micro machines. Buy our micro machines.
Micro machines.
That's
Yeah,
what
no.
it fucking sounds like. Yeah, like I don't mind the overhead because if you Dirty J goes, is he rapping? For me, I think that's a good way to show, hey, we've got a lot of power left in the box after this, right?
Yeah.
Like we had the Titanfall 2 comments where they're like, hey, we can get it up to, it was outputting it at 6K. You know, I think people like that because then they know, hey, we're going to get the most out of this box, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to Forza, they're like, hey, this thing's 4K 60 FPS locked, and it's ultra settings, and we still have 30% overhead. So I think that shows how absolutely great and powerful it is, you know. And I think that they're not getting enough credit because so many developers are kind of like big developers anyway, like with Destiny. Sure, we're going to get some kind of update eventually, but are we going to get an update when it launches? Or are we going to get a year later? Like,
Right.
What's the deal? Like, is the PS4 Pro going to be the definitive console version until when? You know what I mean? Like, just be fair about it.
Well, I mean, let's get into the other part of what Triple Cup was talking about, and he's right. He's saying, you know, basically, should they call out these lazy devs? Here's the thing, right? Crap, you kind of said it with the whole Respawn thing. Like, if Respawn's able to get in all the situation and circumstances, we understand it wasn't true 6K running a pole. Okay, but if they can get this box running that high into these specs, it makes people like Bungie who are like, well, we can't really get this thing above 30. You can start calling their bullshit now, and it makes other companies look bad, makes other developers look bad. And I do think that the more people that go 4K 60 or even 1080p 60 start to put they start raising the bar, and then everybody has to follow suit. And this is my other thing I've been saying. The truth of the matter is that Microsoft needs to make sure that their first-party games, or anyone that's capable of getting the 60 frames needs to get the 60. When they set the bar, that's what people will aspire to. That's the way it works in this industry. Everybody just wants to get the closest to the next best thing, right? Like Sony was like 1080p or death. Microsoft's like 4K or death. Somebody's got to hit, and if Sony comes out first and does the 60 frames on everything, that's going to be a huge deal. Even though people right now are like, who cares? It doesn't matter. It does matter. It does matter.
I agree.
Microsoft needs to get this box up to 60 frames on as many first-party studio games as possible, period.
Exactly. M&CMornings. What's up? What's up?
What's going
Well,
on?
hey, fiddly diddly, Mooch&Crap. It's your old buddy, Leaders here. That's specifically aimed at Crap. Crap, I just wanted to know, what PlayStation VR game are you most excited for coming out in the fall? Which game do you think looks like an utter piece of turd? And lastly, I just want to say that I wear super tight underwear inspired by Sean Layden. Thanks, guys. Have a great show.
That's awesome.
Man. Wow. I think I'm looking forward to Skyrim VR because that's a great place to.
Crap. Listen, here's the thing. I got to counter you on this. Okay, you gave me all your Friday the 13th jabs. I got to jab you here. You talked, and you've said it on air, so it's nothing that folks don't know. You play everything, right? And time is of the essence for you, right? With games, you've said this a number of times.
Yeah, I probably won't finish.
How the hell are you? Finish the game. Finish the game. You're not going to get to 10%. Like,
hey,
listen,
I'm gonna mess around with it and
I guess, yeah. But again, you're taking a full-fledged game, and you're going to get less than an experience out of it because you're just going to mess with it. And that's the problem, like with VR, is it just doesn't. As cool as it is, I have to go back to my old analogy, Crap. It's like the old days in the arcade. It's that $2.50 machine that you played 2 or 3 times, and then you never went back to that big game that was in the booth in the back because that game is an experience.
Have you played
cool.
VR yet, though?
No, I actually, believe it or not, I am playing it today. Today's the day.
There you go. You're going to come back a different man. You're going to be
Yeah.
like, whoa, I can't believe it. Crap was right. You'll never admit that Crap was right.
Oh, no. Listen, I have no problem admitting if Crap. But here's the thing. I will be playing it tonight. So, yeah, get ready, everybody, on Twitter. You'll see pictures of Mooch purchasing PSVR.
Exactly. He's going to be, hey, good luck because that shit's sold out, man. Like, it's hard to find.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Believe me, Crap, I can find it.
Yeah, well, maybe. I don't know. Like, Worrywart had to order it or something because they had trouble finding it. But
maybe I'll stop by GameStop tonight, Crap, and just take a couple pictures of me posing next to the sign saying, "Please God, buy me PSVR."
Hey, that shit's on sale right now. Save $100.
That is the worst sale I've ever heard in my life. It's $299, right? But they took this is what Sony did at E3 2013. They took everything out of the box. Everything's out of the box. We don't have nobody has a Move camera. Nobody. They took it out of the box in 2013. Nobody bought that garbage. Who has Move sticks? Less than Move camera people.
Hey, here's the thing. I had one. I had one Move stick, but now I have 3. So I mean,
Luca goes, "I'm going to lose faith in you if you like VR." Trust me,
needs
Luca.
to try VR too.
Luca, it's a safe bet. I'm not gonna.
As soon as they come out with Dark Souls VR, Luca's all in. Next thing you know, you're gonna hear about Luca, how she bought VR and she loves Dark Souls VR, killing whoever that is in VR Dark Souls. You know, she'd be like, "It's the greatest thing ever."
Right.
I love VR now. Crap was right, and she'd buy a Crap was right T-shirt because Crap is always right, and she knows it. So I mean, that's just how it would be. Like that shit's gonna. Yeah, like that's just how it would be. Like VR is amazing. I hated it too. Remember, I used to make fun of it.
Right.
And then I tried it once, and I was like, it's interesting, but I'd like to try it not at a store.
I'm not knocking your experience. I think your experience is spot on. I think you're actually very, very correct in what you're saying. The problem I have is I'm not after the first month. Once the nostalgia wears off, it's kind of over. Like I don't see. Like I'm not going to put more than an hour maybe once an hour or 2 hours a week after the first month because what am I going to play? I just don't understand what I'm doing with it. Like,
well, it depends. Like for me, there's different things. Like, there's a good amount of stuff to play on there. Like, a game like Farpoint, for example, you can easily put 6 or 8 hours into that. And then there's stuff like, which I like that game. I'll still go back just to mess around it because you're basically exploring a planet, which is pretty damn cool. And there's stuff like like I said, Skyrim is something I'm going to be looking forward to. I did the Batman game a couple different times because there's collectibles that you can find in there. That was definitely an interesting experience. There's a lot of little experiences in there, but also something like if you like Resident Evil 7, experience it in VR. It's completely.
Did you buy it yet?
I didn't buy it on there, but there's a demo on there, and the demo scared the shit out of me.
Yeah,
So
I got news for you. So I beat Resident Evil 7. That was scary as shit from my couch without a headset. I don't need. I can't remember if the dad's name in it was Frank or whatever. We have a live call, but that dude was scary when he wasn't in my face. So I don't know, man. I don't know if that's the game for me or anyone. That's scary as hell.
Yep, exactly. So we do have a live call. M&C Mornings.
Yes, we do.
What's up? Hello.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Dirt Griggity here.
Dirt
Diggity.
I was thinking about something. Do you guys think that the X1X is going to bring back those folks that left the 360 straight to the PS4? Because I was talking to my, I don't know if I call him my ex-stepson. What do you call the person? I mean, like the kid that that was your step-kid, but then you divorced their mother. I don't know what to call him. Well, anyway, he's saying that this kid was a big 360 dude, and he went to the PS4 at the start of the generation, and he said the X1S is not going to make him go back to Xbox. So what do you guys think? You guys think there's going to be some people that come back to the Xbox side?
A lot of people.
Like, what the hell with it? We're not going back to the Xbox. That's all I got. Just one quick question. Peace out.
Nice, Diggity. Thanks for the call, man. Listen.
It's going to make it easier to go back because of stuff like Game Pass right now.
Yep.
So I see a lot of people really, really switching back over, hopping back on that Xbox train. I know for me personally, it was never an issue. But if you're an Xbox gamer and you like the 360 and you spent a lot of time with 360 and you left the 360 strictly for better graphics or power, then why wouldn't you come back? Because then you're obviously just into the graphics and power. And Xbox is going to have both those things. So you're going to come back to the console. It makes sense, and we're going to see a lot of that.
Well, I definitely think you're going to see an influx of people all coming back. And don't give me this nonsense. It's $100 more for the X. Listen, if you're a gamer and you flip-flopped, what's that $100? Like, a lot of people didn't buy the Pro. So they're looking for a mid-gen. Now everyone knows that there's a Pro and there's an X. So these mid-gens are going to be out for the same amount of time that you just had your current systems, right? Your initial, this generation, your PS4 vanilla and your Xbox One. So you're going to get another 3-4 years out of these. So 500, 400, that's potato, man. That's the same thing, and you're going to get a better experience.
Don't sit there and really fuss about $50, $100. Like, to me, that's stupid.
Yeah,
like,
and you're going to be able to trade in your S and get 150 or 175.
You might get more because I was looking at this is the thing. When E3 comes, so many of these people do interviews, and not all the interviews are popular. So what I do is I'll sit there and listen to them all throughout the week, like when maybe I'm working or just listen to them or whatever. And you get decent information that people didn't listen to because they're maybe a 2-hour fucking interview and people don't want to listen that long. So Albert Pinello said that they're working on really cool pre-order stuff and trade-in stuff.
Yeah.
So they could be offering, like, working with retailers like, say, GameStop or whatever. You might get a $200 trade-in on your S. We don't know yet. Just because they're not offering that now.
Listen, I have to say definitely, you're going to see something. If you have an Xbox One S that's 1 terabyte or more, you're getting $200 for that. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah,
if you have the 500, maybe it's 150.
Exactly, 100%. I 100% agree with you. J-Dubs. Oh, never mind. We got another live call.
We got a live call, and then we got, wow.
Yeah, we got a lot of fucking calls. Voicemails. M&C Mornings. What's up?
Hey, Phil Spencer. Hey, this is me, Jim Ryan. Yeah,
it's Connor.
I was seeing if you guys got any job opportunities. Sony isn't really happy with me right now, given all the secrets I've been letting out. So I was trying to just pitch this. All right, let's pitch Halo 6. All right, how about if I tell everybody you kill Master Chief at the end, huh? That'll bring the gamers, right? Yeah, Yoshida, no. No, I'm not talking to anybody. No, just a regular business call. Phil, call me back. All right, later.
That was Connor. That was awesome. Right? Hey, that was Connor, right?
No, Colin.
Colin, my fault, Colin.
Connor.
Yeah, Colin is awesome, man. Well, so yeah, now he's gonna end up getting a nickname, Connor.
Yeah, you're
no,
Connor
Colin.
now.
Colin is one of my favorite call-ins per week.
You guys actually called him Conrad last week.
Did we really? It's always a different. Listen, the entire YouTube community is all about nicknames, bro. So welcome to the show.
Yeah, you're Conrad.
You're Conrad, Colin, contact. So it's gonna be, it's great. No, but that was a great call. Awesome entertainment.
Jim Ryan is an ass bucket.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Yeah.
And the fact that he hasn't been terminated or restricted from speech from Sony just shows you how much Sony doesn't give a shit about people, right? He's made all these comments and he's continued to have free reign. That doesn't happen at Microsoft. If somebody said that at Microsoft, they would be lectured and probably their Twitter privileges would be taken away at the very least.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's just the way it is there. But Timidos made a good point in the still need to earn my Mooch nickname. Absolutely, Timidos. We're gonna work on something for you. But Tim, you made a great point a second ago in the chat. He said, my gaming's become quite social crap with streaming and this and that. It's just talking to everybody all the time, and PlayStation's just not social. It's just not social.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's going to hurt them moving forward. You even have the Greg Millers, right? The big Sony guys. They're like, I don't play multiplayer games. They don't. They're never on. They're never talking to anybody. They play their single-player games, and they're out. So, I mean, that's something I think that is going to hurt Sony in the long run. Microsoft's making their platform much, much more social.
Yeah, I agree. 100%. I think that Microsoft they have this stuff in the bag. Like, I did a video on this last night. People are wondering why you can't pre-order the Xbox One X. The FCC thing is probably resolved. From what I understand is they're waiting to show off this thing at Gamescom because they want to show it off to the world since it's going to get kind of a worldwide launch release. And I think that's kind of smart. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like E3 is a very American type thing. Gamescom is more for the European market. So let everybody see it and everybody pre-order at the same time. Since they're doing a worldwide launch that way. And they might even, they're going to show this thing off at the Tokyo Game Show as well.
Right.
So I think that that's all very, very well planned and thought out, and that's what they're going to do. And it's pretty exciting to see what's going on. And Pinello said that they've got some big plans for it. They're just going to wait a little bit closer to launch before they open up pre-orders, and it could be building hype. It's exciting. What's up, Jay? Who do we got on deck?
We've got the Outcast Kid.
The Outcast Kid, huh?
Always good for a new caller.
Yo, Mooch and Crap, it's the Outcast Kid here. I was calling about, you guys ever watch the YouTube channel, The Black Buster Show? The guy talks everything Sony, everything anti-Microsoft. You've probably seen all of his videos. He only shows up around E3 to talk shit on Microsoft and then disappears for the rest of the year. Well, of course, he made another video on Xbox and Microsoft trash talking them about this year's E3. Basically, he had to come up with something. Of course, this argument was about DirectX 12 and the cloud and how Microsoft hasn't been using it and that we're all excited about the Xbox One X, but we've completely forgotten about DirectX 12 and the cloud and how Microsoft still hasn't used it. With a simple Google search, you can go and see what games have already been supported by DirectX 12 and the cloud. Yep. It really pissed me off. I did a simple overview of the video and, left a little hefty comment in his comment section. But, of course, he had to find something wrong that was with the Xbox One X. And I just want to know your guys' thoughts on it, but one last thing, Mooch, please let me follow you, man. I had to get a new Twitter because my other one needed verification and it locked me out of it. So _Outcast Kid. All right, thanks, guys.
Nice. I'll definitely follow.
Kids. I don't really know I don't follow that guy.
No, I didn't know who he was talking about at all.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen anything he's done. Maybe there was that. I believe that might be the same guy that Next Gen kind of had a video. They did a debate years ago or something like that. But the thing is, if you want to talk about DirectX 12, we do talk about that. It's baked right into Xbox One X, so It's going to see a huge advantage to that. We're also going to see the cloud. We've been seeing the cloud. Like anybody that knows anything knows that like the Forza games run off that. The Drivatars. There's cloud compute going on in Halo Warzone. There's cloud compute that goes on in Gears of War Horde mode. That's why you can't play that game mode offline.
Right.
Because it offloads the computations to the cloud, and it's actually handling that. Crackdown 3 is going to be fully using that. The cloud is such a broad term. It's also used as dedicated server, so all Microsoft first-party stuff has the cloud. It's just to the point where everybody knows these things, and you look like a complete idiot if you talk about, hey, what happened to the cloud? Well, the cloud's being used all the time on the Xbox.
Right.
So is DirectX 12. So it's not really a big thing. It's not something really worth pounding home anymore, you know? So
yeah, no, I totally agree with you there. I mean, there's also someone in the chat that asked a really cool question, too. They were saying, why do you think if consoles are taking a loss, basically, why are they doing these mid-gen classics? And I'm thinking, to be honest with you, they're doing it because that's the natural evolution of gaming, right? We have to get gaming on console can't always be the little stepbrother that never could. You know, they have to keep up. And to be honest with you, it's not that expensive for Microsoft and Sony to keep us up with the Joneses with PC. No, we can't get the latest and greatest cards for $500, but you can get pretty damn close, crapping with some engineering and fine tuning. You have a closed net box that can perform just as well as some of these like mid-tier computers, and that's awesome.
Yeah,
you know, and they need to do 100%.
That. Yeah, that is
because ultimately they're pushing software. If you want us to buy the software, it has to look its best. That's the way I look at it. You should break even on a console. You should. I mean, if you can make a profit, my hat goes off to you. Break even on the console. You're making the money on the games.
Yeah, or lose money on that because you're never going to make a ton of money off the console to begin with.
Exactly. They're making $3 billion off of Xbox Live. How much money are they making off of their Netflix and all the other deals they have on the apps? You know what I mean? There's a lot of money going around that we don't even talk about on gaming podcasts.
Yeah, people greasing people's hands like crazy. And
absolutely.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's never about making money on the hardware. They don't really do that.
No, that's why when people are like, Sony's way up on the hardware. Who cares? They made $15 a console one time.
If that.
You know?
I mean, come on. Like, it's not even that big of a deal at this point.
It's not.
And even if they're making that, they're like, oh, well, we're making $15 a console. That might be true, like, when you count the parts and stuff, but when you count in the labor for the people putting it together and the shipping, they're not making anything on any of these consoles.
No, the consoles, it's a joke. Nobody shows up to a meeting every quarter and they're like, well, we did really shitty in all these categories, but look, we sold a couple of consoles. Like, nobody, what?
Woo,
you know, like, get out of the office. Like, you're kicked out. So, you know, it is what it is. But I think that, like, we should probably take another voicemail.
We should, because how many do we got left, J-Dubs?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more.
Yeah,
Okay,
9 more,
yes.
and I think some of them are like a half hour long, so we
Yes.
should probably get started.
A few long ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Space Cat on deck.
Space Cat, okay.
Hit the OK train.
Hey, what's up, Mooch&Crap? I was just wondering, so it's after E3, and what games are you most excited for this year that we have seen now? Okay.
Wait, what was this question?
What games are we excited from E3 that we saw at E3 to come out this year?
This year?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'll say something that most people aren't. And I mean, I don't know if Ashen's coming out this year, but it would be Ashen. But if not, I would say Cuphead. Actually, Cuphead's just got me excited. Last night, I went back and played where I left off.
I saw
Ori
you
and the
playing
Blind.
Ori
Yeah.
and the Blind Forward. Were you playing the definitive edition?
Yes. And I'm
Yeah.
about not halfway, maybe 30% through. I beat it. I beat the original, and now I'm playing through on the definitive edition. You get you get your gamer score again, and the game's beautiful, man. And Cuphead's gonna have that gorgeous artwork. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It'll be a platformer. I don't know. I think
forward to Cuphead because I watched a preview the other day, and it was like a cross between Contra and Super Mario World.
Yes.
Super Mario World.
Yes.
Yeah. Like the way that you navigate through the map before you go to each level. It's terrific. I can't wait to play it.
Yeah, no, Cuphead's got my attention. It really, really does. I think that's going to be fun. I mean, it's easy for everyone to just go, Crackdown or Forza or something like that. But I think that I'm looking forward to like Ashen. Is Ashen still rumored for 2017?
I think Ashen might be a next year release.
Okay. I just didn't know, what else Microsoft has coming this fall. You know what I mean? As far as we know, they have Crackdown 3, they have Forza 7. Cuphead, and I thought Ashen was going to come out, but I definitely could be wrong there.
What game?
Ashen.
Ashen, let's see. No date on the release date. So yeah.
Someone in the chat says I can't wait for Below. Yeah, I actually was looking forward to Below as well.
That game's completely disappeared.
But it's just off. It's just off the radar, fellas.
Yeah, it is. It's completely disappeared. I think it's for me personally, I'm looking forward to Forza Motorsport 7, Crackdown 3, Call of Duty World War 2 or whatever the hell that thing is called. Oh, Battlefront 2. That game looks fucking amazing. Like, obviously that's going to be...
I still think it's going to be too... I think it's going to be too casual again.
Is that? No. Dude, they've got... Yeah, Super Lucky Tales. That's going to be a nice
Lucky Tail
pickup. Yeah, those developers really...
You don't think Battlefront 2 is going to be too casual, crap?
No. They have classes. They've got a campaign. They've got space battles. They've gone all out. They fixed the problems from the last one. So, yeah, Assassin's Creed Origins, that's another one. What I really like about a game like Super Lucky Tale is the developers really like the console. They're very outspoken about how powerful it is and how easy it is to develop for it. So, I'm really looking forward to a lot of games this year. I'm going to be so broke. So, donate today.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The multi-plats, and it's funny. So I was going to start this whole thing later, but we might as well talk about it. Crap, I can't see us. We're going to run out and play Battlefront 2, and then you're going to play Call of Duty. They're going to come out within like 4 days of each other.
I'm playing them all, bro. All of them.
Here it comes.
I'm playing all of them.
10 prestige.
10 prestige.
Crap on everything.
No, I'm just kidding. No,
I mean, but I mean, you see the problem? Don't you see that being a problem?
There is a problem, but also, I think that you play different things with different people. Like one of the dudes that was in my clan for a long time just got out of jail, and if he can stay out of jail, he'd be a great person to play.
Well, there you go.
He'd be a great person to play Call of Duty or Battlefront with. So it just really comes down to who's going to be around. But I'll play a little bit of everything. Plus, I like the campaigns.
Yeah.
Like the Star Wars campaign intrigues me. The World War II Call of Duty campaign intrigues me. So even at the very least, like last year was the same thing. I bought Infinite Warfare with Modern Warfare Remastered, Battlefield 1. So I played through the campaigns. And then the multiplayer, I don't even touch hardly the Infinite Warfare multiplayer because that's just bad. But everything else I played, and I loved it, man. It's I'm a gamer. I buy everything. So
yeah, I mean, listen. Here's my thing: is I was deliberating. I said, well, I'm definitely, Crap will love this. It'll be Music Tuesday. I'm definitely going to be grabbing, Destiny 2. That's a given.
You're going to double dip on PS4.
And then I might even double dip.
Yeah.
Well, if everyone else is double dipping, that's not fair. If you're going to dip the chip and take a bite and then dip again, that doesn't mean I can't do it.
Yeah.
But no, I saw you double dip a chip.
Yes.
My whole thing is that's so great.
To do it in Seinfeld voice.
He took a dip and then he dipped again. So good. Love Seinfeld. But nonetheless,
She-Wolf says I lie. I don't play any games. I just played Dead by Daylight with you guys.
Yeah, Dead by Daylight
for like 2 hours.
That's the Dead by Daylight, folks. And Jay Williams already gave J Dubs a heads up. I'm going to be sending him some footage. I'm going to be doing my review on that early this week. Dead by Daylight is a generator simulator. So
even with the gout, I was playing Dead by Daylight. So
which is amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Because it's only in one finger right now, and it's starting to go away. I've been drinking a shit ton of water and stuff. So.
Nice. No, Crap, we're going to heal you, buddy. We're going to get you back. Think of it as a video game. We're going to heal you. Somebody heal Crap.
Yes, please.
So, you know what I mean? It's personally, I think that Friday the 13th gives a little bit more gameplay. There's a little bit more to do, but I'm not going to spoil the review. I'll probably have that out hopefully earlier this week. But yeah, Crap, I can't see us all jumping into Battlefront 2 and then playing Call of Duty 2. Where is this time? And then there's all these games in between. You're talking about Assassin's Creed, and you're talking about Destiny, and there's Cuphead, and then
Destiny.
There's Crackdown, and then there's there's nothing to play on PlayStation this fall again. Knack 2.
Hey, no, we can play Knack 2.
Knack 2, guys. Yeah,
come on.
Maybe we know what we can do. Let's reach out to Mark Cerny and see if he'll join the Mooch&Crap stream on Friday night. We'll do a Knack 2 stream with Mark Cerny. Can you imagine Mark Cerny?
Hey, everybody. This is it's a game I really am passionate about.
It's knack too. It's really great. Isn't that special?
It's really special.
It's special.
Like church lady special.
It's really special.
So yeah, I don't know if he's actually going to get any ratings for us though. Crap, might actually hurt the channel.
Yeah, I could see that hurting us. J-Dub, who the hell do we got on deck?
Yeah,
Robbie Rob.
Robbie Rob.
Let's do it.
What up, Mooch? What up, Crap, man? This is Robbie Rob out of San Antonio, man. And basically, I just want to say congratulations because, man, Respawn has now seen the light. They have now seen the light. And you know why they seen the light? It's because you so-called vocal minority guys really, really, really affected them, man. You know what I mean? Now they out here trying to save face or whatnot and support the Xbox One X because of that, man. And I know y'all might not want to take claim for that, and that's fine, man. Y'all might be rubbing elbows with these Microsoft dudes now. I don't know. Point is, bro, y'all did that shit, man. Period. Pat yourselves on the back after the fucking podcast or whatever. But what I really want to ask is, so now that we know that Respawn can fucking run games at a crazy resolution and frames per second, so what if Destiny doesn't do it, right? I just want to know, are you guys still going to support Destiny if they just basically port the goddamn game over? And I'm only asking because everything that you guys are passionate about, you guys still turn around and like line their pockets. I mean, from hell, VR. I mean, not Crap has it. Titanfall too. Shit, I think Crap has it. I mean, Mooch, you think you have it? Soccer cars. Y'all beat that game the fuck down. Now I think all of y'all have it. You know what I mean? And I'm only asking because I'm starting to think like you guys are like blurring the line between being a gamer and standing up for certain shit and being a content creator. I'm not really sure, but I just want to know where you guys stand on that shit. Primarily more Crap I really want to hear from on this because Mooch will stick to his guns on certain shit if he's passionate about it. But Crap, I'm not so sure about you. And not only do I want you to answer it, I want both of you guys to answer it, but all you content creators that listen to this show from fucking Xbot to whoever, I want everybody to answer that type of shit right there. You know, I mean, I'm just curious to at least know where you guys stand on that. And before I get out of here, man, we have to praise a store like GameStop, man. Now I realize why GameStop is here for situations like this. Let's just say if Mooch don't want to buy Destiny 2 because the developers fucking suck and don't want to support the Xbox One X, right? At least he can still play the game and shove it to the fucking developers if he was to walk in the store and go buy that bullshit used. You get what I'm saying? At least he can still get what he want and still fight the cause. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, man, I'm up out of here, man. I've been talking for 3 minutes. I'm out. Later.
Good call. So first of all, I'll address the first part where he's like, pat yourselves in the back for getting them to listen. You know, like, I don't want to take credit for that, although I did get told directly by Phil Spencer when I made a joke about Respawn on Twitter that they heard some flack because I'm a content creator. And remember that whole thing where I was like, maybe if we're lucky, they'll close down. And it was totally like a joke.
Right.
You know, and so at that point you realize, hey, as a content creator and as an influencer, you have certain abilities to influence that. So they got mad and went to Phil. So you know what I mean? So I think that's kind of an interesting thing. So I would say as Xbox influencers, maybe we had a little bit of say, a little bit. I don't know. As for the other part, I guess he was kind of saying that that maybe I flip flop a bit. I don't really look at it that way. I look at it as, you know, you look at something like VR, and I'll just go back to that, where it was easy to kind of poke fun at.
Yeah.
Then you try it, and it's good. Would people prefer I go, no, it's still garbage, while secretly playing and enjoying the fuck out of it? Like, that would be lying. To me, I much rather just say, hey, my bad, I was wrong. You know what I mean? And it's fun. Or that goes with anything. Like, I'm human. Like, people as humans are able to change their mind about something, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine.
Right, and we'll expand on it though, Crap, because you're hitting the ball, but you're not hitting it out of the park. What Robbie needs to know from you, okay, and me as well, is why is it that we say one thing and then possibly now? First of all, I'll speak for myself, and then I'm going to give the question back to Crap. I said I would never buy soccer cars, and I said I would, right, and I didn't. I got the game. I said I would never buy Titanfall 2, and I didn't.
You were gifted.
I was gifted the game.
Yeah.
I do try to. I will not give my money out when I say something upsets me. Now, when something like Destiny, Robbie used the example of Destiny. Destiny 2's developers coming out and saying they haven't worked on the X yet. That's not me. If you've listened to me the past few weeks, I have not come out and said anything that I'm not buying it. As a matter of fact, as Crap just said, I'm probably going to buy it more than once. I actually like the game a lot. Like, I have communities that really like this game. I will not buy. I'm just saying. It's hard for. I'm going to actually try PSVR for the first time tonight. My brother actually picked it up. I'm going to try.
You're going to go, whoa!
But I'm not going to buy it. I'm just not. But my own thing. But I think Robbie makes a good point. But Crap answered it well. He said, "Listen, we get knocked a lot, Robbie, for you didn't try it. Well, don't knock it if you haven't tried it." So the thing is if you want Mooch and Crap to come on and stand our ground and be like, "We're not going to buy these games. We're not going to try them." What happens, Robbie, is maybe we gain trust in you, but we lose trust in people that are coming to us for opinions. So a lot of times Crap will buy a game or try a game that he doesn't want to try or play for the long edition because he wants to give his opinion. Yeah. And I think Crap's more of a content creator than I am. I think I'm more of like an opinion page on podcasting. But I mean, that's why I do what I do and he does what he does. I hope, Robbie, you kind of see it's not blurred lines. It's really not. And no, we're not. And trust me when I tell you this, Robbie, we ain't rubbing elbows with nobody. That's the fact, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Some people wouldn't want to go near us with a 50-foot pole.
Yeah, they're scared of our opinions.
Yes.
So it is what it is. But Robbie, thanks for the call. I hope we answered it, bro. And please keep following because you are getting the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but it from us.
M&CMornings, what's up?
Bye, Mooch&Crap. How are you? It's your friendly neighborhood Puerto Rican ex-body. And hey, listen, guys. Crap, I hope you're feeling better. I heard you have that gout. It's pretty painful. Listen, my question is this to you guys. Or really not. Well, it's a question, and basically what I want to know is you guys' thoughts. Recently, I don't know if you guys. I'm pretty sure you're aware, but you guys heard that Kazunori, the creator of Polyphony Digital Gran Turismo series, we have to give the guy credit because he's basically the pioneer, which basically moved forward racing games and made it actually a formidable genre because we only had things like arcade racers back in the day with things like Outrun and Daytona USA. So for that respect, the guy is regarded in a high stature, and I think is, deservingly so. He had the comment saying about because that the VR version of the game, he really didn't want to implement it because he felt that it was not up to snuff, so to speak. And quote unquote, I believe his actual quotes was he feels is about 50 years away before it gets to the quality that we see on our regular TV screens and monitors, which I think he basically was being sarcastic, obviously, but people got upset about it. Now, my point of view, when I look at and hear them, that, I think the guy is just used to trying to give the best quality that he can with his product for many years, even though a lot of the Gran Turismos have been lackluster, to say the least, for the last couple of iterations. But I think that has more to do with Sony not really giving them enough money to build the games from scratch, like Turn 10 has had the privilege with Microsoft, or even the hardware being too complicated in the case of the PS3 to develop for. And, that's why they use, constantly assets supposedly from the PS2 and PS3. Anyway, not to make the question's point too long, I think he was brave, and I think he was very bold to being honest to his fans of the Gran Turismo series by saying that he felt it was not good enough and he refuses to put it on there because of that. So, instead of hating on him, I think he should be commended. That's basically my thoughts and my question to you guys. What do you guys think about that? How do you guys feel about his statement? And if you think that
if you feel like I do, that he really did the right thing. All right, guys, good luck. Keep up the good work. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, I mean, as far as shout out to Hebot. Hebot is awesome. Like when I first got on, was it BGST doing podcasting? Like Hebot was one of the very first people to reach out to me, being like, "Bro, I don't know where you came from, but I'm following you and I like the way you talk." So shout out to Hebot. He's been with me, an original Mooch Maniac right from the start. So he's very loyal. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, Crap. I think basically what Hebot was getting into was that Sony hasn't given the developers the time, money, and resources to get GT Sport up to where like a Turn 10 has. I mean
that could be part of it, but this is what I'll
Right.
say. Originally, yeah, they get some credit because they were relevant back in the 90s, but since Forza Motorsports come out, they haven't been relevant.
Right.
If it's because they lack the budget, then that's on Sony because they're a first-party studio. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I say this all the time, and people don't understand it, and a lot of people give me shit. Even the Xbox guys give me shit for this. When I say Sony's broke, okay, they're like, "So what do you mean they're broke, bro? 60 million consoles sold." Come on, man, get out of here. Like that doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of $1 billion company. It doesn't mean anything. You know, long story longer, they don't have the money. The reason that their first part, you think that they didn't know that they were going to have a God of War? Did you think they didn't know they were going to have a Last of Us 2? Did you think they didn't know that Uncharted 4 was coming for this generation? Why are these games so far out? The console came out in November of 13.
Yeah.
You know, we're going into 18 here, folks, and you have nothing again. So my point being is this. They are spreading their money very thin at Sony. They don't have a lot to just show.
Well, they spent $120 million on marketing deals of games they didn't even fucking show.
It's nothing. It's not. $120 million in marketing deals, okay, Crap, is a one-time check written, and it's done. It's done. This is something when you have first-party games, you have continuous, like the lights got to be on, right? You got to pay for the staff. You got to pay for their computers. You got to pay for their updates. You got to pay for their lodging. You got to pay for their travel. You got to pay for their. It's a nonstop. That's a lot more money. Okay, that's why when Microsoft saw Lionhead over there in the UK just burning cash. Like they were like, "Hey, everybody, we're doing like a barbecue. We're all out of coal. That's all right. I got Microsoft cash. We're burning for hamburgers." They were like, "All right, we got to cut those guys. They're not doing anything." So, like, the point of the matter is that when Microsoft starts seeing that they have to make cuts, you can just imagine what's going on at Sony. And that's why you're seeing their first-party games being bled out so slow.
Yeah, they're kind of up on, you know, they're scraping together coins at this point. I know it doesn't seem like that, but basically PlayStation is their last profitable business.
Yes.
And that's even on borrowed time. Like, I'm not saying that consoles are on the way out anytime super soon, but we're closer to the end of consoles as we know it than we are the beginning. You know, like that's just a fact. No matter how much I disagree with that or don't want that.
Right.
And I'm not saying I want that. I'm just saying that like that's what the industry wants. You know, like the industry wants you to go digital. Then the industry will want you to not own your games at all, but stream them or whatever.
Well, and you know what? Cypher Man in the chat actually makes a good point. He says, "Mooch, this is why Microsoft isn't jumping like other people want them to. They're sitting back and watching." Absolutely. Let Sony make all the mistakes. And listen, you can say whatever you want, people, but PSVR is a mistake. And ultimately,
love PSVR.
It's a mistake. And that's why Microsoft's not jumping in the VR. There's no market out there. 1 million people bought this in roughly about a year's release time. Like it's not with 60 million install base. It's not a lot. And the games are probably even less. People are probably playing the game that came with it.
Hey, you know what? We've got over 500 watch and hit that like button. When we get to about 300, well, if we can, we'll do that top 10 because we still got a top 10 and 1 million voicemails to do.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to everybody that's like giving me their remedies for gout. Like it's a serious thing. Like it's not a joke. Like I have it in my fingers. I was diagnosed with that a couple years ago. It flares up every once in a while. You know what I mean? Like
I thought that one guy was actually being true.
Yeah,
Is that true?
Yeah. It's like someone tweeted me as well. What's his name? Jay House. He said, "Mix organic lemon and baking soda after fizz adds water. It'll knock out the pain. Eat black cherries or drink juice daily."
Yeah, cherries.
Yeah. So that's like it's like all stuff. Also apple cider vinegar. You know, like that kind of stuff as well. But yeah, it's like a retention of citric like acid.
Acid,
buildup.
yeah. So you want to give yourself, give yourself a cleanse, crap.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing, man. I've been drinking a lot of like fluid and water and stuff like that. But anybody that's ever not had, that's ever like for me, having it in my right fingers, it's bad because when you sleep, you can't really. You know, it's very difficult to kind of get comfortable to sleep, and then you end up like it's just very bothersome. So yeah, I appreciate all that. But we've got more voicemails. Who do we got on deck, J-Dubs?
We got Morzat. He's a first-time caller.
Oh, first-time caller. Nice.
Yeah. Hi, Mooch&Crap and J-Dubs. This is my first time calling to the podcast. I'm Morzat from South America, so forget my shit English. I covered the channel like a week ago. It's really awesome. I really like the job you guys do, and you do a great thing for the Xbox community. And my question for you guys is, how will you guys make commercials for Xbox here in places outside the USA? Because here, this shit is Pony Central, man. It's the bullshit. I haven't seen a single Xbox commercial since 2010, Xbox 360, man. So, how will you guys promote Xbox in other countries? That's all. Keep the good job. Muchmania, Crapaholic, and I'm gonna propose a new name for J-Dubs. He should be J-Dubs Philic. Okay.
That's great. That was great. Thank you for that call, Jay. Do me a favor, could you bundle that call up and send it right to Phil's office? He needs to hear that. You know, he needs to hear that more than you think too. Not only the great compliment to Mooch&Crap, but also that's a damn shame, isn't it, Crap? That he hasn't seen a commercial since 2010.
Yeah, you know what? I'm hoping that I'm actually hoping that they kind of branch out and do some more of the worldwide stuff. Again, Xbox doesn't have a huge wealth of brand knowledge overseas. You know what I mean? Like the rest of the world doesn't really care, which is unfortunate. So I'm hoping that they actually, since they're waiting till probably after Gamescom, they want people to see this stuff, and they did say they're going to have new announcements and things like that as well. So I'm hoping that these games and some of these other, and then even in Japan, they've got some Japanese games. I've heard that they're going to announce that we can get some of these announced, and some other people outside of the U.S. and UK will want the consoles as well. You know, like I think that's the hope anyway. So that was a good first voicemail though.
Yes,
sure.
Thank you for that, Morzat. That was awesome, bro. Please call in again.
Yes, and now I've heard that we should like settle back because the next person on deck has a quite lengthy call. Isn't that true, J-Dubs?
Yeah, I think the runtime on hers is about 3 minutes and 18 seconds.
All right, guys, get out those Danishes and coffees.
I'm gonna warn you, she's not the longest one.
Oh wow!
Oh shit! Okay, so let's hear it.
Hey Mooch&Crap, J-Dubs. Good morning, guys. Hope you're doing well, because I sure am. You know, I just want to say that I find it interesting that people just can't seem to help themselves when it comes to bashing Xbox. It's like they think it's like a joke, you know? Like they think everything's a joke and they can just say whatever the fuck they want. And, you know, everything will be fine and dandy, even though it's like not okay. You know, like I don't understand why we continue to be the butt of all jokes. I don't really get it. You know, I was really looking forward to that Detroit Become Human game. Like, I was actually interested in it because, you know, I'm a multi-console owner and I have a PlayStation. So, you know, it's not like I ever wake up any day like, oh, man, as an Xbox fan, I can't experience any PlayStation games. Woe is fucking me. And then I see that, like, they got jokes, though. Like, these motherfuckers really got jokes. And I'm just like, okay. Like, if you don't want my money, just say so. Like, I don't get it, really. It's like these companies and these journalists and all of these people think that they can just say whatever the fuck they want. And it's okay. You Like there won't be any consequences. Like their game's not gonna fucking flop. Sniper Ghost Warrior, whatever the fuck, 3? Like Titanfall 2? What? I'm sorry, what? What was that? Yeah, that was the fucking echo in your goddamn bank account because of the money you will not be getting from me and the other Xbox fans who happen to own a PlayStation.
That's good.
I don't understand. I don't understand, bitch. I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. You know, it's like if I went on Twitter and was saying a bunch of dumb shit about my company's rivals or anything like that, do you know how much trouble I would get in? It's called PR, baby. P-fucking-R. Do these people just not have it? Or are they just too stupid? Like, they're stupid. Like, you're stupid. You are trying to sell a product. Shut the fuck up and sell it. No, you should be nicer to those of us who like green, because green is the color of fucking money. Like, what the fuck? You know, this is why when I see people, this is like on another subject, when people are like, let the devs do what they want, let the devs be artistic, blah, 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 I'm like, I don't care about the devs, because the devs don't care about us guys. Wake up. They don't give a single flying flip of a motherfucking fuck. So give me my fucking option for 1080 60. I'm just fucking saying. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. I'm just, fed up with this, but whatever. I'm the crazy one, right? Okay. But like, if anyone wants to get me that game, like, feel free. I'm not gonna buy it, but if anyone wants to get it for me, I'm just saying, #mooching. Okay, bye.
That was so great. So great. Luca, awesome. She said something there that's she said a couple great points, but the one I want to really pick on is that she said, let's stop with this developer nonsense, okay? It's the same. Do you guys care about like the auto? What about all those hardworking auto manufacturers, right? All those people putting your car together, this and that. Like nobody like buys their car, gets in it, and is like, you know what, salesman? You send a letter from me to the people and tell them I love the guy who made this car for me. You know what I mean? Like, no, like they have to put their heart and soul into it, and then we purchase their product. These people need to put the full effort into it to make the millions of dollars that they make. And if they don't make the millions of dollars, that reflects on your game. Okay? And the same thing happens with, look at car companies is a good example. Where's Pontiac? Gone. Okay? Where are these other companies? What is that other one there? I can't remember. Where's Saab? Gone. Because nobody bought their crap car.
That was a Saab.
Exactly. Thank you, crap. I should probably just drop the mic and leave because you proved my point. And, so my whole point of the matter is that, like, if you put out a game that sucks or you're not going to put in your effort, then sorry, see you later. And it's got nothing to do with vocal minority or podcast or this and that. You just made a shitty game. And that's what it comes down to.
We're going to end up taking this show right into Speak. I can see it now.
Yeah, this show's actually going right into BGST, folks. So we're going to have Blue and Luca on this show.
M&CMornings, what's up?
Hi, Mooch&Crap. This is your good buddy Yahweh Wee from Xbox Live. I got 2 questions for you. Question 1. Phil Spencer said numerous times the Xbox One X was ahead of schedule. Well, why ain't this thing through FCC yet? You can't even pre-order it, which I'm very pissed off about, because I work out on the road and I wanted to get mine at GameStop and slowly pay it off. And if I'm not around, if I'm working out on the road, I probably won't be able to get one. Question 2. Since Microsoft and the FCC are playing grab ass with each other, do you think the Xbox X got pushed back to to November instead of October like it was supposed to come out? I think it got pushed back because of this. Thank you very much. Bye.
Well, I want to answer his first part. And maybe this is a me problem. So, guys, please let me know if I'm misunderstanding this. But the whole pre-order thing, I don't find is a you problem. I don't see an issue with this. I just don't see an issue with this. Like, when it's available for pre-order, you can click the button the same way you were going to click the button the day that you thought it was going to be pre-ordered. Like that's just, who cares? Second part of his question is like, I want to go to GameStop and start paying it off. Well, listen, I want you guys everybody at home, if you have like a coffee pot or an old, your old coffee pot, like grinds, when you're done with that, put like Mooch Collection, okay? And then open it up and put the money in the goddamn coffee tin. And then when you get to like November, you should have the same amount. You don't have to go to GameStop and hand it to somebody who's wearing a Sony lanyard to be able to actually put money towards something. It's called savings. It's called like self-restraint. Okay. I don't understand the big deal here. Like when it becomes available for pre-order, you go to the website, you click it, and it's yours. It's the same thing whether it was June 11th or if it's August 11th. Like I don't, that just baffles my mind. I don't understand that. And as far as like, I want to go pay it off, like I said, you can have a piggy bank, you can have a real bank hold your money, or you can just like not spend it.
Here's the thing.
I don't get that.
You can pre-order from the Microsoft Store, from Amazon, and they don't charge you a fucking dime until the thing ships. So that gives you plenty of time to do that. The other thing is, it's not an FCC thing so much anymore. They explained that they're waiting till closer to launch, and the rumor is till after Gamescom, because they want to show the thing off to more than just the American audience. They want high pre-orders for everything. This is building up hype. You've got developers talking about it. You've got everybody talking about it. And that's what's going to really push the sales of this thing. Everybody wants it.
Yeah.
It's the most wish-listed thing on Amazon right now.
That's right. And I think, and my point after E3 crap, remember I said this, because a lot of you guys were like, I really want to pre-order it now. I said, if anything, this is actually going to help it. Because now the hype is there. Yeah, they're doing like a Nintendo thing, right? But apparently it's not by design. But they're like, you can't have it. You get like the Switch right now. People are buying the Switch when they see it in stores because they're afraid it's not going to be available again. You know what I mean? For a long time. So people are buying Switch, going home and being like, oh shit, I don't want to play Mario Kart again. Yeah. So it's like people are buying Switch.
I must have put in 2 hours on my Switch. Come on.
Wow, look at that crap. Yeah, the buttons are still you still have that new button smell off of your Switch.
I can't even hold it because I got the gout.
New console smell. Listen, I was talking. Shout out to Sajibot, who's in the chat. I've been talking to him a lot lately, and you know, we were. I believe it or not, crap. I was waiting for Shovel Knight to go on sale, but apparently, I'm picking it up. I think tonight for the Switch. Because think about it, that game just belongs on a Nintendo console, doesn't it? You know, a 16-bit remake of a game that's kind of like DuckTales merged with Ghosts and Goblins. So yeah, it is what it is. You know, J-Dubs is tapping me saying we got a lot of voicemails. J-Dubs, go ahead and roll a voicemail because I can rant forever.
I know.
My apologies.
We've got Legion of Doom.
Nice.
LOD.
Oof.
Hey, what's up, guys? I just want to say I love the fucking show, man. You guys definitely make my Sundays at work go a lot way fucking quicker. But also, crap, bro. You are fucking pure entertainment, man. You are the LeVar Ball of podcasts. Fucking love it, bro. Mooch, you're just fucking Mooch, bro. Keep doing what you're fucking doing, man. I fucking love you, bro. And also, I just want to give a shout out to J-Dubs, man. I know there's a lot of hard work that you do behind the scenes to make the show what it is.
That's true.
Yeah, man. I fucking love you, bro. Thanks for doing this. But enough of the fucking sentimental bullshit. Let me get to my fucking question. I know E3 just passed, and I'm just wondering what game are you most excited about for next year to be announced? Excluding Halo, Gears, and Forza, because we all know those three are gonna be there. So yeah, just one game that you are most excited for Microsoft to announce next year at E3. And remember, 6 is greater than 4. Go Dodgers.
Nice. No, first of all, thanks for the compliment, and we should all take a second to recognize just how much work that J-Dubs puts into the production value of this show.
And what's so funny is me and Mooch recorded the top 10 last night, right? And then I send it to J-Dubs, and during the recording, me and Mooch are like, man, it's going to be a lot of work for Jay.
Yeah.
And he responds like an hour later, already done.
Already done. Got that shit done.
Yeah, got that shit done.
He sounded like that meme that everyone puts out, and like, and another one.
Yeah, and another one. Hey,
so
and also I want
like,
to say thanks. You know, it is entertainment. That's like hopefully anybody that watches just understands that. I'm a pro wrestling fan, so I incorporate a lot of that attitude, and just, you know, gaming is fun, I prefer Xbox. That part is true, but but nobody really goes around being an asshole all the time to everybody. It just doesn't happen, you know.
Right.
I mean, there might be some people like that, but I'm not one of them.
Exactly. No, very close. Crap, what do you say? 266, very close. We should probably roll it. You're going for that 300, holding that ransom.
I was.
Crapper is always holding these top 10. Guys, hit that like button. There's 475 people in here. We were upwards of over 500 before. Hit that like button. If you're bored, just think about it. It's like a game. You hit the little thing and it turns a different color. You win.
Yeah,
okay?
we would like to get that top 10. It's pretty good, I think. Is there any megatons in there? You don't know.
So great when he does that. I love it.
No,
we'll have to wait and see. I like how Jay even holds us ransom for shit like that.
Yeah, like I gave him the perfect opportunity.
You did. Right? You did. You just set up the volleyball, but he may want to hold on to that.
He didn't spike it. He just
he
let
didn't.
it fall down.
That shit's still floating right above the net. No, Jay, I say we roll it. These guys, we're at almost 290. Quite a jump in likes, folks. Hit that like button. We're gonna do top 10, and then we've got a couple more phone calls before we spin the wheel of wonder.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna put Jay in studio
presentation mode.
Presentation mode.
There we go. Hey everyone, welcome to M&CMornings Top 10 Countdown. Today is the top 10 bullshit excuses why people hate on the Xbox One X. You're up, Mooch.
Number 10, I went to Best Buy and they were all out of 4K TVs.
Number 9, it's too expensive, even though we paid the same exact amount for much less powerful machines like the original Xbox One, and even more for the PS3.
Number 8, Xbox One X? No, I don't need an X. I already have an S.
Number 7, it's too powerful. Yeah, that's actually an excuse. Like, how could this be a reason to hate on a console? It's beyond me, but people say it.
I like it. Number 6, I would buy an X, but honestly, I've been waiting since 2013 for a Knack sequel.
Number 5, resolution don't matter anymore. It only mattered when the PS4 was able to output at higher resolutions. Duh.
Number 4, I just can't financially get behind a guy who wears t-shirts and member-only jackets at an E3 press conference.
Number 3, Xbox doesn't have any games, despite the fact that it has 95% of the same games as the PS4, and the Xbox One X will run every single one of them better. That's logic for you.
Nice. Number 2, $500 for a console? I mean, I could buy a surfboard, a pair of broski sunglasses, and a lifetime supply of lattes for that money.
That's true.
So
and probably flip-flops. They cover
pair of broski sunglasses.
And the number 1 bullshit excuse to why people will hate on the Xbox One X is you're a crybaby bitch who just prefers something else, but you have to make idiotic excuses because you're insecure about the product you prefer. There you go.
Nice.
Top 10 list. Coming at you, M&C Mornings. Thanks for watching. If you guys have an idea for the top 10, hey, let us know and we'll be happy to do it for you. Thanks for watching.
Megaton!
I told you that was coming. It's so great. Good. I'm still laughing at the broski sunglasses. So good. I think Jay's still in studio.
He loves that.
He does.
He's like, the Echo, who cares?
Today.
Crazy stuff going on with the Hangouts today. Like, the avatars are all blocky and...
Your avatar in particular.
Things aren't blending properly and the sound's all messed up. This is all your fault for not getting on here 30 minutes ago.
Hey,
it is our fault.
It is. Sorry about that, J-Dubs. Yeah, you always are the one to kind of message us when our avatars aren't right and they're not blended right, but yours today is just horrendous.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It is something messing up though with the Hangouts, but it is what it is, folks. The show.
There's almost like a resolution issue going on, and I've checked all the settings on my software, and everything seems fine.
Yeah.
It'll be just Hangouts. Who knows?
No, it's better now. It's better now. It went away. Like, so everyone's got a delay who's in the live chat. They're like, I hear an echo. It goes away, folks. I promise.
Yeah.
But, thanks, Mooch&Crap.
But yeah, like you do have a resolution problem. You're in 720p there, J-Dubs, and we're in true 4K. So.
But take that. Take that.
I can switch my avatar back and forth so that it looks a little better. So
that's so great. It's so, somebody said this crap. Is it feasible, J-Dubs? This may be even more directed at you. They're like, guys, take the show to Mixer. What's the pros and cons of taking this show to Mixer?
I think there'd be limitations on what we could show on Mixer. The reason why I'm going to give a little tech theory here to a couple of people out there. The reason why we use the software that we're using, because I use XSplit. The reason why I use XSplit as opposed to OBS is because I can set up my XSplit as a webcam, and that's what basically Google Hangouts needs. They need a webcam in order to display things. So I can push all of my video clips and things through the webcam and make it full screen and make it high quality. Unfortunately, today we're not getting the quality for some reason. But with OBS, we don't have that option, so I'm kind of limited to what I can use. And if Mixer would allow me to push my XSplit as a webcam, then it could be possible, but it would take some experimenting, that's all.
Okay, so what you're saying is it's all our fault.
Basically.
That's so great. Jay, with no further ado, can you roll us another voicemail? We got 6 left, folks, and we are creeping on the 2-hour mark.
Certainly, we've got Jeff Hammerell.
Hi-oh!
Hey-oh!
Hey, I like that, though, by the way.
Great.
That was funny as hell.
Perfect timing.
Hey, what's up, Mooch&Crap? Enjoying the crossfire here tonight. And just wanted to call in and ask you guys about something real quick. So, there was an article that I just read that was talking to the Turn 10 developers about how actually the stuff that they've learned using the X1X or Scorpio, they actually have found ways to enhance the X1S versions of games.
Yeah.
In particular, what they were referring to was because they were using the dev kits for the X1X, they found a way to actually make the X1S more efficient and add the dynamic weather. So, given that Microsoft's been so adamant about making development so much easier and efficient, I want to know if you guys think that we're going to start seeing more games on even the X1S using more of these features because it's just easier to do now. Thanks for your time, guys. Good show. See ya.
Good question. I read that article as well where they were talking about how the XDKs and stuff and developing on the X was actually making it easier to develop on the S. So I think it's going to pay off instead of people going, oh, that gap's going to widen and things like that. Because remember how we heard the gap was going to widen between performance on the PS4 and Xbox One, and that never happened?
Yeah.
Like we're going to get, people assume they were going to have to lower the resolution on the Xbox One S version or whatever. That's not going to happen. We're going to see games 1080p as the norm on the S. So I think people are going to be happy no matter which console they end up going with.
Yeah, I agree. I also maybe we should give a shout out to your buddy there, Parasite, who said we would get 5 teraflops on our S. So
God.
Hey, it's all maybe coming your way. So I don't know, crap. Could be, right? The Xbox One S is getting stronger. Stronger and stronger by the moment.
No.
You will not give him credit.
No credit.
If Insider X gave Crap the 6 winning lotto numbers, Crap would hold the big check up as he won it and be like, I've never heard of him. I'm not sure who you're referring to.
Like that guy, he gets
never give him credit.
No credit.
Hate to go back-to-back voicemails, but we probably should, right, Jay?
We actually have a special live feed coming in there.
Live feed, folks.
A live
presentation
feed, folks.
mode, perhaps.
Absolutely worthy of that.
Here we go.
Greetings, Sony fans, M&CMornings, and the fuck? What are you doing here, Cletus? This is Hoshita's E3 moment. What are you doing here?
Hey, fiddly diddly, this is Cletus here, and I'm inside the amphitheater checking out Sony's E3 show. I heard a lot of big goings on about this show. Supposed to be out like
Look at
God
Starscream in the back.
and all sorts of fancy gadgets and other things, even a fishing game of Final Fantasy. And speaking of things that have water, how about this sexy ass waterfall here? I might have to just jump inside there and scrub my balls inside of this thing because that's about the most exciting thing I've seen at this show. Some kind of band playing there a few minutes ago that had my ears bleeding, and then there was fucking people hanging from the ceiling. What the hell are we looking at here?
Oh God, just shut up, Cletus. Where Cletus come from? God damn it, making fun of my waterfalls and snow, my Sony snow, my Sony fire, my Sony smoke and mirrors and fog and snow. We got Sony snow and a Sony Pokemon. I said no Pokemons allowed here. God dang it. Open curtain, please. Pissed off. Great. Where are what happened to my zombies and why is Link here? Get away, Link. No one wants you here at Sony Studio Conference. Where's my damn zombies? Let's see if they got these right. That's right. Screaming, like I said. You're one of the gamers. They want this. Come late and fix this. Good job. You guys did everything right to bring us everything gamers don't give a shit about. Good job. You make me so proud. Okay, Mr. Money, how you doing? Stop giving me that look. I love you, Mr. Money. Now go make me lots of money. Sean Layden, you fucking freaking idiot. Sorry for cussing at you. Why don't you find a shirt that
Look at
fits
his shirt.
damn ears? Get that tummy back in there. You look like a damn Care Bear. And stop eating Yoshida's food. Get that cucumber out of your mouth. Here, crap gamer, here's a motorboat for y'all. Mark Cerny, calm the fuck down, okay? It's gonna be a good show. Open the curtain back up. Just if you don't stop running around, I'm gonna hang you and Sean Murray up with the damn zombies, okay? Jesus. Where's my second screen? I said I wanted 3 screens up there, not 1. Jesus. We're supposed to have a rock concert up here, people, not video games. Oh, God, what? Great. Why is this guy here? I said I wanted star screen so we can have Megaton and stuff. Get out of here, Transformer. Everything is pissing me off today. Cletus, I'm stealing Zelda's hat because I'm pissed off, okay? Give me your hat, Link. You don't deserve it. No, she just stole your hat. Let's get out of here. On behalf of Sony Studios, we are sorry. We'll do better next year. We'll just show you the same games again and make you wait for them forever. We'll only do 30 minutes next year. We keep getting shorter and shorter. I don't know why, because nobody likes us. And next time we'll pay more people to fall asleep in our crowd. Okay, come on, Pokemon. Let's go get a room together. Me and you. I love you too. Let's go.
You're listening to M&C in the Mornings. As always, remember, you can't take anything they say seriously. It's just jokes. Jokes performed by YouTube professionals, and usually the joke's on them.
Really great. What a great feed from the great Yoshida. Thank you so much for that.
You know what? I noticed that the PS4 Pro is still on fire back there. So,
Yes.
Yeah, we have that going on as well. So that's pretty damn epic.
God.
Thanks for the thanks for the live call in there, Yoshida. Always love to hear that, and thanks for the motorboat. I always appreciate that as well.
The motorboat for crap was great.
Those were
so great, so great.
Those are a couple of my favorite things right there. So
let's hit another voicemail up as we approach the 1 o'clock hour East Coast.
Okay, we've got Hamwich on deck.
Oh, nice.
Hamwich.
This is Hamwich again. I know my first question that I guess rang in a little bit ago was kind of dumb after watching the E3, but I'm super pumped about the Xbox One X and can't wait to get it on November 7th. I guess was the day I saw. I just wondered about what you guys thought about the X. I'm super pumped about it. I can't wait for the new games. Do you think if there's anything new coming out at Gamescom? Are they going to release any kind of new game idea or concept or anything like that? You think Xbox is going to do anything like that? Thanks for what you guys do. Bye.
They have stuff. They said they're going to announce some stuff at Gamescom. But Phil likes only doing stuff that's the stuff they showed at E3 was stuff that's going to be releasing between that E3 and the next one. So Phil doesn't like announcing stuff too early. If you look at what happened with stuff, he's really kind of laments the whole Scalebound thing and says, well, we announced that too early. There was too much hype. We weren't able to deliver what people were expecting. Those types of things. Like maybe that game was going to be more of a smaller game, or that company wasn't able to do the big AAA like Microsoft wanted. I don't know, but announcing games too early really puts it. There's a couple of double negatives there. One thing, when you announce it early and then it disappears for a while, people forget about it. If you announce it early and keep on showing the shit, they get fatigued. So it's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't thing. So basically, the best option is to show them when they're about a year away from releasing. And that's what kind of Phil's whole idea is.
Yeah, think about it. E3 is like a large portion of what there's the build conference and these tech shows. If you were to go see a TV manufacturer, right, or anything else, watches, whatever you like, you don't want to go see something and they're like, well, it's coming out in about 3 or 4 years. You're like, what did they come to this show for? You want to see things you're going to be able to play within the next 12 months. Yeah. And that's Phil's whole thing. Not only does he cover his rear end in the fact that games that don't come out, like issues like Scalebound, etc., but like also it's more excitement. Everything we can pretty much talk about that we saw that Microsoft showed, we could play very, very soon, within the next year. Sony's games we saw last year, they don't even have release dates still. They're still saying 2018 for a lot of these. That could be December 31st, 2018, and then a bump delay again. So that's just not the way Phil does business. So I think that's going to work out in everyone's favor. I think Phil's doing the right thing by doing that, even though it's maybe not as climatic.
Yeah, I agree. They're not going to really mention stuff that's years and years out.
Right.
I don't think that's a very smart thing to do that as far as what they do and his future endeavors and what they want for the future of Xbox. So
right.
Who do we got next, Jay?
Yeah, Jay, let's roll with Graphics Junkie.
Graphics Junkie.
Hey, Mooch&Crap and Jay. This is Graphics Junkie on Xbox Live. Just wanted to, first of all, say thanks for putting on such good content. I'm just finished watching the podcast for Crossfire on Friday night and had a comment about the shenanigans going on with the IGN Unlocked crew. I normally get quite a bit of enjoyment out of watching those guys, and I really can't believe their whole whining and crying about not having 4K televisions and that they don't see the value in the Xbox One X. The fact that they just keep saying that it's, they do mention the super sampling, but they never talk about the 4K textures or the lighting or any of the other graphical improvements, which just kind of blows me away a little bit. After seeing the trailer for Anthem on my streaming, that wasn't even a full, up-res, high quality download. That was still one of the best looking games I've ever seen, and it was because of all the different effects and things like that. It wasn't because it was in 4K. So anyway, again, just really appreciate what you guys do, and just kind of curious on your thoughts on that. And I hope more people start to realize that the other improvements, the other graphical improvements, are what really is going to set the Xbox One X apart. So thanks a lot. Bye.
Yeah. You know what? It is weird, the IGN thing, because they're at this weird type of thing, podcast where they're like, I saw something where Ryan was tweeting out, if you want like a Fox News type of thing, there's podcasts you can listen to or whatever, but it's like, it's okay to kind of worry about your preferred console or whatever, but when that's all you do is shit on the console time and time again.
It's just time and time again.
It is. I don't think they ever really say anything positive about it, and you don't even need a 4K TV to enjoy the X. They've said time and time again that it is for the hardcore gamer that know what teraflops are and that care about having the best performing versions, and that's who it's for. I'm sure everybody, including myself, would love if they would have put it out at $3.99 and all this stuff, but they didn't. So just deal with it or don't. But the constant whining that they do,
I think people are getting turned off to it. I think they're getting turned off to it.
That's what everybody does. It's like no matter what Microsoft does, they come out and stink it up with the original Xbox One or whatever. They change everything around, and people still cry and complain. It gets old. I'm tired of hearing it. I'm sure everybody else is tired of hearing it as well. That's why, you come to our channels. If you want to hear some of the good stuff, yes, we'll complain if there's something to complain about. But for the most part, you're just going to get real deal stuff. And the little shit, who cares?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, thank you. Great question, by the way, to our buddy there. What was it there? Hamwich? Awesome name, by the way. It's so great. I think we got a call coming in from Daniel Grimes. This is the second time he's called in, and whenever I see Grimes, I just think of Rick Grimes from. So this must be Carl's brother.
Carl's
brother Daniel.
Hey, what's up, Mooch&Crap? This is Daniel Grimes. I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning. I want to talk to you guys about Destiny and the whole Destiny community in general, and all the issues that it's been having with the 4K resolution and the parity issues. I know you guys have touched bases on this in the past, but I want to go ahead and rant because I'm still upset about it, and I think it's ridiculous that they think that somehow this is going to get hardcore Xbox gamers to switch over to PlayStation Pro just to play their game. I don't care what you do. You can give them 6K and give them all the crappy exclusives you can. It's not going to make me switch over because I believe that first-person shooters play a lot better on Xbox, period. I mean, take it however you want it. I mean, that's just my opinion, but I do believe that first-person shooters play better. I mean, I barely got a PlayStation last month, and I only got it because I wanted to play their first-party exclusives. And, I mean, it's all right. I mean, the reason I've stayed away from them for a while is because of the toxic community and the constant Xbox bashing. I mean, I didn't like the system for a while because of that, and that's unfortunate because, I did like the first PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2. I was a big fan of them until they became this very, very toxic community with PlayStation 3 and then this generation. But anyways, I don't know how well you guys keep up with the Destiny community, but Bungie just dropped a new update stating that they will drop content for Destiny 1 in preparation of Destiny 2 to where players can redo strikes, replay PvP maps, and do certain quests for certain guns that they never got. And this all depends on when you got certain DLCs, whether it was Dark Below, House of Wolves, Taken King, Rise of Iron. Now, if you're a Destiny player for Xbox and you're a day one Destiny player, you'll know that when Taken King dropped, the Taken King got exclusive content that we never got, and they promised us this content will be provided to us a year later. We never got that. It's now 2017. This stuff was supposed to be given to us 2016 of September. Now, they address this, but they state that this content isn't going to be available to us until October. So by then, Destiny 2 is going to be out. Who in their right mind is going to go back to Destiny 1 and play this so they can get some crappy shader and an emblem? I mean, this is ridiculous. And who's gonna play it just to get that exclusive content for Taken King? I mean, this is just another slap in the face to Xbox. This is one more slap in the face for Destiny 1 players who play it on Xbox. I mean, this is ridiculous, and nobody says this in the Destiny community because 90% of the Destiny community is on PlayStation 4, and I just find it outrageous. I find it mind-boggling that no one says nothing. And they just allow Bungie to get away with this, even though, Xbox players are day one, Halo fans, and we supported them throughout Halo 1, 2, and 3, when PlayStation fans hated Bungie. They used to talk mad shit about them and say, fuck Halo, come over to PlayStation, play that Killzone this, Killzone that. and now they're all about Bungie. I mean, I just don't understand it. I know that Microsoft and Bungie have their differences, and you know they bumped heads in the past before, but that shouldn't be brought out onto the fans. I mean, we have nothing to do with that. We've been supportive of them since day one with Halo, and it's just very unfortunate and sad, to be honest, because it's gotten to the point where I want to cancel my pre-order and just not support their game at all.
Pre-order?
I get, you know, they want to do the whole exclusive content, but for a year, I mean, this is ridiculous. Xbox 360 did it for a month with Call of Duty, but that was just a month. And on top of that, we didn't take away, you know, resolution and did parity so that, you know, PlayStation 3 can have a shittier version, and then not give them the content a year later. I mean, that's just ridiculous, man. And
the Mooch&Crap and Grime show.
It's very sad. Anyways, just let me know what you guys think about this. And again, have a wonderful day. And thank you guys for listening.
Awesome. Well, listen, you know, first of all, I mean, he's really talking about, you know, he's coming more from the heartfelt gamer side crap, but he's, you know, I'm sure Daniel Grimes understands the fact that it's all about the contracts and the marketing rights and things like that. Sony locked it down. Sony went into this generation thinking they were going to get spanked. And they went and made deals with Bungie. They made all these big marketing deals. And now they're seeing that, like, you know, Microsoft kind of got attacked by the media. And when they got attacked by the media, you know, you wonder if Sony was coming out the gate being the hero before all these deals were made with Destiny and such. I don't know if all these things would have happened with the exclusive rights and things like that. Sony didn't expect to come out of the 360 era.
Sony didn't have any games.
They had no games.
Yeah, so that's why they were buying up this content.
Yep.
It's like, hey, we're going to drop the content from the first game that was exclusive for years. When the second game comes out, that's like a big F you.
Right.
So, like, I never understand the people, and I know you're one of the people that supports Destiny, but I'll just never understand how people can support them when they've been so shitty to Xbox fans. So.
Well, the thing, but have they though? Crap, it's not. Is it them or is it Sony's negotiations and a check being cut between Activision and Sony? They can't. Crap, no, they can't. If me and you have our own company,
they could always say something. I mean, they could. I mean, they don't even acknowledge Xbox fans. It's like, who cares? At first, they're like, hey, you're never even going to get the exclusive content for this new stuff, and then they clarified, oh yeah, well maybe a year later. But then,
well, you know what? See, but myself personally, see, where you blame Bungie, I blame Microsoft, because they could have very easily went in. They saw that this thing was going to be a hit. They knew it was going to be a hit. They knew it was going to be a hit, and they decided to do nothing, and that's fine. But then you got to reap the of what's going on. You know what I mean? That's the problem I have here. People are pointing the finger at Bungie, and if Bungie doesn't put the work into the Xbox One X, then you point the finger at Bungie. But to say that Bungie is going to give exclusive content when somebody's paid for it, see, Phil goes, I don't see the use in that. That's the one thing I don't agree with Phil Spencer on. I don't. I think exclusive content is important. I think it's important because why am I buying your box? Why am I buying your box? I'm buying your box because you have something the other one doesn't have. And that's exclusives, and that's exclusive content. And we all know third-party games sell crap. Like I just don't understand. Like if Phil's going to continue through the rest of his time as captain of the ship, and he's not going to buy any exclusive content, he's going to. I don't have to find out. He's going to find out that's going to bite him. You have to do it somewhere. And if it means Players Underground needs to be exclusive to Xbox and PC, he's got to pony up the money. And he's got to keep it on his system. You need something.
Phil doesn't believe that people should.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's
great.
Or whatever.
That's great. Yeah, that's like saying I don't believe in real medicine. I'm just going to travel somewhere to the southeast end of Asia and just have herbal practices done to my body. That doesn't work. Okay, you need medicine when you're sick, and you need exclusives when you're in the gaming business. Like that's just I don't understand how that's not. That's black and white, folks. Like he doesn't see that. That's a him problem. You know, I'm not going to defend him on that. When he came out and said that, I was like, yikes. Even if I believed that, I wouldn't say it out loud. Like Sony's still doing it. They're going to continue to keep buying rights.
Well, yeah, Sony probably loves that, right? Like, hey, they're not going to.
But it makes sense.
We're going to pay for it. Yeah, look. I think that you have to. Why abandon what worked with the 360? Just because that's not your style. Like from a business standpoint, it made sense because it helped push your product.
Right.
So you should still be doing that.
Yes. I mean, listen, you got someone in the chat here, Blue Rain, he goes, I hate exclusives. I don't know what to tell you, buddy. Like that everybody has an exclusive, right? McDonald's has a Big Mac. You want a Big Mac, you got to go there. They don't have it anywhere
Yeah, what
else.
if McDonald's was like, we want everybody to be able to get a
Everybody
Big Mac?
has a Big Mac. We'll just take 2%. Well, great, but then what? It's everywhere. I don't get that. Like Microsoft's thought process in not locking down exclusives, like the game Anthem. Anthem should have a 1-year strike exclusive with Microsoft. And if Phil hasn't negotiated that, that's shame on him. And I mean, that's just the way it is. If you don't see that, no, I want games to be this kumbaya stuff doesn't work in business. I don't get it. I mean, and this isn't fanboy stuff.
I get it. Yeah.
I'm giving props to Sony. They're seeing something that works, that Microsoft started, and then they just volleyed the ball over to Sony. Like, here, see these really cool things that work? You guys do it. We want to be kumbaya. We're lighting incense. Yeah. We're hanging out in red. Right? Everybody
We're doing yoga.
Yeah, they're doing yoga, lighting incense, sitting Indian style. You know, it is what it is, man. Like that's something where Phil is 100. Listen, Phil's 100% wrong. He couldn't be more wrong in not locking something down for his platform. You know, in crap. And don't get me wrong, you have every right to say Destiny and this and that. But I'm saying any game, Anthem. You know, look at Spider-Man. You know, if Spider-Man's big, Microsoft needs to lock down Batman, lock down something else, make a Superman game people have been begging for. Like, do something. I don't know.
I agree. We got one more voicemail. Let's roll it.
Yo, Mooch, Crap, J-Dubs, Fuzzy here. It's a question on the old 1080 60 versus 4K 30 as far as options. It's not as much a question, just more of a statement. Been gaming on consoles most of my life, did PCs for a while, but spent most of the time modding games instead of playing them on PC, so the extra frame rate didn't really matter much at that point. But just wanted to, touch base, let you guys know having options is not a bad thing. Would love to see 1080 60 as an option, but for default purposes, especially with me picking up a 4K TV here soon, if they could push the envelope as much as they can, have ultra settings at the highest frame rate they can. If it's a little bit above 30, at least have 30 as a minimum, and go with the 4K resolution should be the default. If they can push it to 60, by all means, and that should be something that, if they can, come up with a special symbol for it being 60 frames a second type of deal. But love to see it, especially on single player, multiplayer. Hey, kind of pay for what you get. Having an advantage with the Elite controller is one thing. Having the extra frames being a little bit better as far as, Twitch shooters and things like that. Yeah, it is what it is. Some are going to pay for the advantage, others aren't. But, just gamer that would like to see options. Let me know what you guys think. Love the show. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
Crap. I while I was listening to Fuzzy speak, I was also following like a few people in the chat, and I think it was where's he here? So Console Gamer X, he says, big fan, Mooch, but I don't agree with you. He says, blocking content is not okay. But you have to understand something, guys. Okay, we all sit here and everybody holds hands and they're like, we're gamers. Stop it. Just stop it. You are a consumer, and the thing about it is that's not a bad thing. Why is it so bad to be a gamer that's a consumer? And it's a business. And we sit here, right? Like, and I'm picking on console, but I'm not picking on Console Gamer X. A good point in his point, and you don't have to agree with me. But you sit here and you're like, competition's good for everybody. Everybody says that every week. Competition's good for everybody on all podcasts. It's everywhere. And then they're like, hey, there's some exclusive content only for Sony or only for Xbox. You're like, bullshit. That's bullshit. It's not bullshit. That's the competition factor. Like, if you're going to listen, I think Destiny was a sure hit when they saw it behind scenes. Bungie showed it to Xbox. Bungie showed it to Sony. Sony gambled and put their money on it. Anthem is possibly that next big thing. So Microsoft just getting poster rights, that's not enough. They need to lock down content, okay? Longer than a week. They need content. And I'm not talking about a skin. You need to have a strike or a mission or a character or something for 6 months to a year. And if you don't believe me, look at Rise of the Tomb Raider. Rise of the Tomb Raider, for the year exclusive on Xbox One, it did what it had to do. It sold 1 million units in less than 2 months, according to Aaron Greenberg. It sold consoles for that Christmas. And by the time it came out on PS4, nobody cared. It didn't help PS4 at all. Sales for Rise of the Tomb Raider, even with all the content, didn't do what it did on the Xbox One in 2 months. So it does work, people. Don't say it doesn't work, and let's stop the kumbaya shit. Stop it. It doesn't work. Like I told you, McDonald's versus Burger King, Gatorade versus Powerade, BMW versus Mercedes, and it goes on and on and on. So you can't sit here and be like, let's all hold hands. I'm sorry, but until like the new like reality show called Utopia starts, I don't see that working anywhere. So we have to kind of come to terms and come to grips. If Xbox even wants to be relevant, they've got to lock something down. And crap, we know this. Exclusive games, exclusive first-party games, they're not enough. They're not enough because Phil did that. They gambled. Xbox and Phil and Donnie, they all gambled on making all those great first-party games when this generation started. It didn't work, right? Titanfall and Sunset Overdrive and Rise. It didn't work. Dead Rising 3. It didn't work. So you need exclusive content in third-party. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, especially when you're having a lull with your first party, you got to step up with third party. That's how it goes. That's what Sony did. That's smart business, folks. That's what it's all about. I want to read the Patreon people that support us. For a certain amount, they get verbal shout-outs. Josha Z, Jack, Jackal, Delilah HD, Justin B, Lethal Papa, John S, Mark D, G-Man 209, thank you, brother. Blunter Beetle, thanks. Longshot 316, keep it up, bro. We appreciate the support. Ethan, Seer Bliss, thank you. Killing Dan, Snoopy, Jazzy Noop Xbox, Silent Bob X, ooh-wee, Dirk Griggity. Thank you guys very much for all the support and things like that on Patreon. We really, really appreciate it. If you guys ever want to donate or help us out, it helps us get stuff to give to you guys, and it helps to improve the quality so that we don't have like bad echoes and stuff like that. Right?
Well, exactly. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. Let me tell everybody in the audience, please do continue to support the Patreon, and I'll tell you why.
Just like what we said. Made possible by supporters like you.
Like you, right? It's like a PBS special. But, you know, what's great about it, though, and everyone's got to realize is that, like, what we said, like, when Phil Spencer took over Xbox, is that you got to give us some time, too. We've only, M&C's only been back for 3 months. And we just started the Patreon like a month after that, so it's only been 2 months. So we got to let that all filter in, and now we're starting to get things out this month to Jay to make his content even that much better. You're gonna see an influx of that. So if you are a supporter, trust me, the work is being done behind the scenes. Please do, like I say, even guys, everyone that was in here today, 500 people watching. If you went to the Patreon, which the link is in the description, and gave $1. You get entered into the contest, and not just that, you're helping. It's a tremendous, tremendous help.
We need this sad music with like pictures of us looking all dirty. For $1, you can help.
For just $1, you can help echoes disappear forever, forever, forever.
Find pictures that people have already photoshopped, so we could probably use those.
Yeah, that's true.
So let's see. We can do the Wheel of Wonder.
Let's do that.
Let's do the Wheel of Wonder, and then we can roll that into the Mooch&Crap theme song into the outro, and we can get the hell out of here.
I got to do a show in 30 minutes.
I know.
Everybody tune into the Speak, too. I'll do a little plug here. Speak is on, and I don't know if it's on, is that Blue's channel?
It's Blue Rendezvous's channel, Blue Rendezvous.
So check her out, and I'm on there with the ladies today.
Yeah, Luca and Blue and the crew, they do a great job. So
yes, this is the Mooch Marathon continues, folks.
Yes. So put them in presentation mode. And let's roll.
Let's do presentation.
Somebody's going to win. Possibly Luca for the third time.
It could be you.
Has Luca actually won 3 times?
She's won 2 out of the last 4 or something like that.
She's won a good amount.
Yeah,
I know we had a rule. I thought that we would take the week before.
We did, but it was like we weren't giving away like super big stuff, and it was like we didn't have a ton. So it was like,
What's this week's giveaway, Crap?
It's a gift card, Xbox Live.
Nice.
Okay, here we go with the big spin.
Extra spin.
This spin may be as long as Daniel Grimes is calling.
Here we go. Who's gonna win?
Look at that physics engine.
Woo!
Triple Cup Chuck.
Triple Cup Chuck, and he's up.
He's definitely up. He just won.
Yeah, he won. Awesome.
Nice
Good job.
work, Triple Cup.
Congrats, Triple Cup Chuck.
I'm going to leave Jay in presentation mode because we are going into 2 presentations. Want to say thanks to everybody. Crap, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I have a video that went live at
Sabotage.
1 because I know, dude, it wasn't supposed to be sabotage because this show was supposed to be
It's
over
supposed
at
to be
1.
over, right?
Yeah, so I was like, okay, that's cool. And then yeah, so go check that out. It's a pretty good one, and give it a thumbing. And,
let me plug this one more time, guys. Please do keep in mind the Patreon and go to iTunes, Google Play, subscribe to us on there. It really, really puts the show in perspective. Everyone says they love the content. Let everybody on iTunes know that this show exists. We appreciate it.
Yeah, show your Mooch&Crap love. Show it.
Yes,
Damn
show
it.
that love.
Show us that love.
Click on it and forget it. Set it and forget it.
Yes, and so we're gonna end the show and with the Mooch&Crap theme song and right into the outro.
Yep. Studio's on.
Just
All right, enjoy your Sunday.
Yes. Rack 'em up.
Mooch&Crap. They talk about games and no drama smack. Search the web for media ties to catch these ponies in their lives. Look out! Here comes Mooch&Crap. Are they bots? Listen up. They have Mountain Dew in their blood. NeoGaf, Xbox Reds, Crap's got Timdog all over it. Hey there! Here comes Mooch&Crap. From a tweet of Phil, Xbox hate will arrive like the Scorpio. Mooch&Crap are just in time. Mooch&Crap. Any gaming do a Mooch&Crap. YouTube game is their core. A thumb in is its reward to them. Xbox is one big hangout. Whenever there's a game out, you'll find Mooch&Crap.